Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. It is Frosty Faustings 2023, aka Frosty Faustings 15, blazblue CF top 15. Just kidding, it's top 8. Why would anyone say top 15? Anyways, I'm Shay, and joined by
Deadward, top 15. Was there a DQ? What's happening there? We're coming at you from the heart of Midwest. Baby, it's cold outside. We're getting started with some blazblue Central Fiction. We got Elyon coming up against Nezu. The Japanese player base has been showing up twice here in this top 8. Nezu, well-known Hibiki player, coming across the ocean for this Frosties.
Yeah, and it's a really cool, once again, see international competition crop up here at Frosties again. Last year was my first year Frosties back, but, it's still at the, right in the smack dab in the middle of, that thing that happened. So there wasn't as much Japanese travel at the time, but it's really awesome to see everyone return to form, once again participating in international events.
Yeah, and Frosties is a bit of a melting pot, right? Smack dab in the middle of America. West Coast can come out, East Coast can come out. Now we've got even Japanese players coming out, so this is like, when it comes to anime games, winning Frosties is definitely a point in being one of the best in these games.
Yeah, of course. They, and I'd spoken to some of the Japanese players, in pools and so on. They always tell me how much they love events like this. Really game-focused, tons of main events, and just, really jam-packed, right? Just gaming. Pretty much all packed within 2 days right now.
Yeah.
Nezu versus Elyon. No, Elyon, also needs no introduction, really. If you've watched any blazblue Central Fiction in the last year or so, you know he's a really strong player. Has a couple of characters that they'll go to, but we've seen Jubei the most, right? Very well known for the Jubei play. Jubei is a pretty rare character overall, but let's see if this is the button check.
I like that. And
yeah,
Elyon
like
with the dual main chooses to not play the Hibiki mirror most of the time, so I was kind of expecting Elyon to go Jubei here.
Okay, quick burst right away to kick the momentum.
Yeah, it's going to be locked out of overdrive, though, for most of this first round, so not too much damage potential here for Elyon.
Yeah, both players are playing very cautious right now, not trying to commit anymore. I think Elyon overcommitted early, spent the burst for it. Now, willing to block here. Good defense.
Just dash right away from that command dash. Doesn't want to.
Really good usage of the neutral there. Once again, Elyon not really willing to play any defense there, but that's fine. Keeping it out.
Nice. Oh my god, the low crush there from Nezu, going to get big damage here on Elyon and stuff him in the corner here.
What a call out. Tries to reset. Elyon does take away. Neutral jump. Okay. Catches Nezu on a whip there as well.
Get this. Elyon trying to build up the meter, wants to get that Jubei install, changes drive out.
Yeah, just a little more, but he had used a counter assault earlier, which is why he has less meter. Gets a hit, though.
This is big. Meter built. Lots of meter for Nezu as well. Spends it to keep that drive safe.
Hit on the wrong side. It counter hit. Overdrive is almost back as well.
Full resources. Nezu has to do something. Counter assault bait there, I assume, from Elyon.
Ooh, just catches low on the second burst. Again, yeah. Burst comes back over time, right? And because Elyon's really taking their time in this round, has the lively as well, but the chase down from Nezu.
That's going to be it. Can cash out for whatever. Nezu sitting on that 100 bar for so long that round.
Yeah, really, when you have a lot of meter in this game, obviously you could use it for so many ways. Rapid cancel, more damage is always good, right? But pressure there was also, also a factor as well, because you really got to get one more hit to get the life total in.
Yeah, and it can be easy to get stuck on 100 meter in Central Fiction, because it's not like Strive, not like Exard. You can't just spend that bar to rapid cancel anywhere. You have to connect.
Nice instant overhead there. Overhead from Nezu. Not blocked by Elyon.
A good 6B there. Drop him with Azuna in the corner. 50 bar available. Overhead.
Whoa. That looked like he might have missed that block there, but it was just out of range. Wow! Azuna drop.
Here we go. Wants to take this game.
Gonna do a lot of damage. Probably not quite enough to finish it, but...
One touch away here for Elyon.
Counter assault. Okay, good air to air. Ah, jump to confirm!
Gosh, and Nezu with the tech situation, they're going to take that first game.
Yeah, I definitely felt like Elyon was really in it up until, that big drop right there. Because had he gotten that hit, Jubei's offense is really strong, right, with the instant overhead. So there was a chance to make a comeback there if he had kept it going. Fortunate for that.
Elyon taking pretty passive neutral lines as well, playing very safe, very protective here. And Nezu kind of just finding the situations. A lot of clones past the fireballs is what I've been picking up on.
Yeah, we've also seen that like Nezu is willing to fire if he knows that it's going to avoid that fireball, right? Anti-air trade. Using barrier there. Now barrier in this game, it is an individual resource as opposed to a lot of other games, and you can use it to kind of game more pushback, right? That is one way to protect yourself. Nice air from Nezu.
Mid-screen situation, not super plus there on the knockdown, so just roll right out.
Right there, that was plus though. That little knife throw there, if you do block it, it does give Hibiki the advantage. Rapid cancel reset!
Oh my gosh! And I heard that from the audience, everybody. I never tech against Hibiki. I'm always, no buttons. I never want to be a victim like that. And oh my gosh, Nezu gonna take the round off of that.
That was like a hard reset too. You used the 50 meter just to set it up, which is not that common. Once you get winning neutral with the shadow clone there. That is one of Hibiki's specialties, right? Can use a clone as projectile or as just a feint, right? So that's one of the strongest things about Hibiki. Okay, just low, no confirm.
Yeah, this dagger.
Yeah, into the corner, so a little extra damage here.
Okay, overdrive
Whoa,
and
my
beater.
goodness.
This is gonna be it. Yep, spend the overdrive. You can't burst.
Might run out of overdrive.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah. But that's, you know, an amazing situation, right? A pixel of health. Elyon.
Raw install. Elyon is going in, and the JC to snipe it.
Yeah, just impeccable neutral from Nezu right there, right? Also good situation recognition, I'd say. Really reducing Elyon down to like a pixel of health so that overdrive is less of a factor, right? And then even burst is a non-factor at that point, right? Because, you know, you can't burst if you just die in the next hit.
I like that little pop-off from Nezu. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good about that, right? Winning in winners here, like if this is like the first fighting game tournament you've ever watched, on winner's side, if you win one match, you're already in winners finals. And it's a huge advantage for like the rest of your tournament life, right? You got less matches to play, you can conserve your stamina, right? And BlazBlue is a game where you really do have to pay attention to what every character does to some extent. Every character has their specialty that's like really powerful. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's one of the most technical games that people play commonly very much now. You do have to learn a lot of matchups to be really successful at BlazBlue. Yeah,
and those long sets can really help with that character issue, because if you're cold on 9, game 1 you're getting hit by every single rock, game 2 you've adapted, but you've already lost the first game, you're already on the back foot, where if you have more games to play, easier to adapt, easier to get in control as to what's happening.
Yeah. And up next, it looks like we've got Monarch, who's, you know, again, if you watch any BlazBlue Central Fiction in the U.S. in
you've
the past
seen
year,
Monarch.
so you've seen Monarch.
And you've seen Monarch win.
Yeah, win a lot, I'd say, too, right? Monarch is one of the best BlazBlue players in the country, and maybe even the world, right? Really strong Lambda player. Just really well known for his very strong defense. BlazBlue is a game where if you are just good at defending yourself because you have an independent resource for the barrier gauge, you can make a lot of mileage. You can avoid spending resources, right? And that's something that is really strong in BlazBlue. On the other hand, J-Anson, a famous Japanese player who plays Hazama, one of the last few Hazamas who are still playing the character. Hazama got a lot of changes in BlazBlue Central Fiction, the latest version, so not that common of a character anymore, but Hazama as a whole tended to be a counterpick for both the Murukumi units, aka Lambda, as well. So we might see Monarch go for an S pick here because of that.
Yeah, a lot of flexing coming out here from Monarch, and oh my gosh, J-Anson has just been the talk of the venue. CF players everywhere, oh my gosh, have you heard J-Anson's here? I played against J-Anson, he's so good. This man is unstoppable. So I mean, this is really the narrative of the tournament. It's who is going to stop J-Anson, and we're already seeing it here in this first game on winner's side, if Monarch is going to be able to stand up to the menace.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder what pick is important here, right? Because Hazama is a very mobile character, and can attack with projectiles from angles that Lambda may not necessarily be able to handle as well. The risk reward, of course, though, is a little bit in Lambda's favor on anti-air, right? So there is a chance for if we see Monarch go for it, we could try to play like a hard risk reward game just to see how it goes, but. The opposite may be true as well, right? Where he may just try to just go safer, may go with an S pick. We have seen him do very well with S as well, so that could also be an option there.
Yeah, saw a lot of S at CEO Taku. And speaking of previous tournaments, Monarch is defending the title here, one last Frosty Faustings in CF. So high stakes here. Let's see how this starts off. I'd imagine this is a button check, giving the Kokanoe pick.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, right? Monarch does play a lot of characters, and you could see a pocket pick, but I given that, you know, the streamers have shown us that it is not the in-game. Oh, we never know. Now I don't know for sure.
Here we go. Always the mix-up. Button check. Here we go.
They got us. Streamers got me. And you know what? We'd be nothing without them. So.
We're getting mixed from the desk, but no problem.
So yeah. I mean, I do believe J-Anson could go with a... I do believe they do have a pocket Terami, but I don't think that Terami is a very common character to play as right now as well.
All right, so we got the 11 locked in.
Yeah, hovering over Terumi a little bit, gonna go with Hazama. And I think, as we mentioned before, the risk-reward game can be kind of really in Landu's favor here. If Landu gets a good read on an anti-air sword, it could lead to a ton of damage and knockdown, right? And Hazama doesn't naturally have a reversal with no meter, so that could be a bad situation. But the mobility game is really good, so you could just use that to their advantage just to get in, and that could be a way to win. But
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Hazama not too lacking on the damage side either. I mean, no Azrael, nothing like that, but he can chunk.
Yeah, definitely, especially with meter too as well, right?
Hungry coils into the super is always great.
Anti-air.
Oh.
Yeah, there's that anti-air. Big damage. Oh, there's the sword there, but again, catches the chain right there, right? So if you can read that the chain is going to be a little too late, an anti-air sword is going to be big damage.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Hazama before, he's got those two chain stocks in the bottom left. He can use them to dash with the chain. Using the chain is free, but the dash costs a stock.
Nice overdrive. Get through that air dash mix-up. Reset. So during overdrive, all of his chains do the clean hit version. I guess you could call it a clean hit, but the farther the chains go, the more hit stun they have. It's kind of how you explain it. But in overdrive, they always do the long hit stun. Low, overhead. Dang, he got the low, too.
Use that stance command grab.
I don't think this is enough to kill. 50 meter.
Oh!
Tried for a cheeky reset. Overhead block.
The scumbag purple throw. Monarch out of the corner now. We're back to neutral.
Oh, didn't check his toes, but J-Anson with the burst. Man should just barely get it back.
Sends that right away. Set up the well.
Oh, good anti-air.
Oh,
whoa, no!
Not like this!
That was a tough drop, but...
Oh, and what a way to lose the first round.
Yeah, that was such a good read on the anti-air too. J-Anson was already flying, but Monarch met it with the sword. Just an unfortunate drop there.
All right, J-Anson is in. Stance up, go low.
Purple throw. Once again, trying to use the jump chain there, but Monarch just really good time on the anti-air.
Drop in the corner. Monarch with the momentum. No burst for J-Anson. No meter.
Yeah, good hop on the low there. So setup. Trying to quick tech, yeah. Gonna take max damage from this pretty much.
In the corner. This is chunking.
Double overhead. Gonna get the burst back, but I would imagine J-Anson will try to hold it here.
Gonna save that overdrive, save that burst for this final round here.
Yeah, used the overdrive quite well in the first round, right? So that might be another factor as well. Okay, good tech. Nice! Called out the command throw.
J-Anson is so fast with those command grabs.
TRM. Now it's a blazblue thing where if you tech already and you try to tech again, well, game won't let you. It's like, you didn't react. You just guessed. Nice confirm.
Oh my gosh.
What's the mix up?
All the momentum here. Oh, maybe gonna get out here. Just like you talked about, that great defense. Didn't have to spend meter, didn't have to spend burst.
Tried to go for a cheeky cross up there, but J-Anson defended very well.
When's this burst gonna get spent? Not much more life to give.
Yeah, just a random chain hit could kill out overhead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was such good movement, right? Just really changing the momentum. We saw J-Anson got tagged a couple times by swords as an anti-air, but has already changed up how they're trying to move around, right? So really smart stuff from J-Anson. Great adaptation. And of course, like, you know, I think Monarch was playing well. So it's interesting to think about if he's going to switch here, right? Because I thought he played well. He did just make a critical drop in one of the rounds, which cost him the round, right? But if he can clean it up, he might be able to just, win out with Lambda here.
Yeah, I'm going to stick it with the character. Lambda is staying in.
Yeah, you got to think that like that other reset there was just not the business, right? Went for that cheeky cross up, didn't quite work out. That ended up costing so many resources there too, right? So
you got to make those hard decisions. Oh my god!
What an anti-air! Just a great read.
Spending that burst early.
Nice air throw. TRM, that's to beat out the fuzzy jump. So in this game, you can jump and tech at the same time. That's only to handle a lot of mix-ups, but a hard call out from Monarch.
Oh my god, he's in his head.
Yeah, also got the overdrive for it too as well, right? Overhead off the screen. RC's the low, goes for overhead, tech the throw.
Up there, great anti-air there from Monarch. Keeping this corner position, overhead block.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and this is largely unburstable unless he goes for air dash, which he does. Okay, overhead hit. Fake flying. No confirms on those lows, though, unfortunately.
Counter assault out, not wanting to deal with that pressure at all.
Counter assault from J-Anson as well now.
Living on a pixel here.
Wow. J-Anson's letting Monarch get away a lot with not blocking low. Because, you know, you can confirm that kick into super as well, but I guess he's just not expecting it to hit like that.
Just wants the plus frames off of it. Nice low. Do it
Another
again.
One. Yeah.
That time it was charged up, so it actually juggled into a full combo here. Look at this. Hungry coils into the corner.
Almost 4K, right?
Pretty big damage. And this is a counter hit, so this is going to do a lot of damage as well.
Gonna leave Monarch with a bit of health here. Oh! Man throw super. I don't think this is gonna kill. Yeah. Got a pixel left. But chip is gonna be a factor.
Hold on, standing low.
Okay. Try to reset there. Now Monarch here has a pixel of health, but could. Yeah.
Look at the mobility there from J-Anson, just rushing him down.
Yeah, Monarch put out a gravity well to kind of slow it down, but J-Anson was already past it. Goes low. J-Anson respected that. And unfortunately gets hit the light low again. Palm in the corner from Monarch.
Giving it respect.
Yeah, didn't block it. Just trying to get out of that. Monarch has gotten a lot of free damage from these setups that's not being respected. Nice back
dash into mash is going to work out great here for J-Anson. Corner swap available with the Hungry Coils, takes it.
Tries to reset. Blocks the overhead. Good block.
Standing low, J-Anson just loving that move. Oh my god.
Overdrive. Wow!
7 second, but Monarch just not respecting it at all.
What if I just hit you, you know? How about that? Overdrive back, try to waste the time.
Oh
reset.
My gosh, couldn't.
I'm not sure why it went for a reset there.
Very scary.
Yeah, it did waste a lot of the time though, which is good.
Chasing it down, let's go!
What a read!
Mashing, OSing, teching, it doesn't matter. That purple throw is going right through your block for full damage.
Yeah, so right there, in this game, like I mentioned, you can do what's called a fuzzy jump. You can put barrier and you jump at the same time, right? If it's a hit or throw on the ground, you'll tech, right? Or you'll just jump out. In that situation, Monarch so ahead of the game, read that there's the exact option. Forced the block set, and now that purple throw is not techable because they've already pressed throw.
And Monarch has already been completely in the head with it. Dashing up, knows that J-Anson is holding back, and just chasing it down. J-A, throw, finding it.
Wow, great anti-air. Pushing to the corner, probably gonna be a corner setup here.
Look at the dominance. God. Backing off here.
Good jump block.
Playing very slow here. Monarch not doing anything too bold.
Wow, what a call out.
Get me out of there. That's going right through the overhead with the overdrive.
Went for a reset, Monarch. Not in this house. Not again. Because it got him with the reset the first game, right? But this time, not this time. Almost 4,000 for that. So on that hard call out.
Okay, super for the setup.
Okay. Counter hit. Doesn't get a confirm on it.
Yeah, no tech, so no reset situation.
Okay. Low there. Not a lot of damage because it wasn't charged though.
Here we go. Overdrive through it. Oh no!
Okay. Counter assault. Out of there.
No burst available, but at least got active flow, so this overdrive is coming back pretty quickly.
Yeah, when you have active flow, your overdrive, your burst gauge just comes back much better. Another call out.
Unbelievably fast. Already at 7, already at 8 for Monarch. Oh my gosh!
This should kill. Scott Meter.
Gonna build it. 49, not quite there. Here we go. Bar built. Get out of here, J-Anson.
Wow, what a clutch game from Monarch right there. Managed to get most of the burst back as well.
Yeah, and at overdrive advantage, already at 9.
Forcing J-Anson on his heels here. Wow! he's been putting that to so much effect right now. Really just to call out pretty much all of J-Anson's ground moves.
Great blocks here by J-Anson. Oh, just chain right in all the way across the screen.
Yeah.
Tries to go for that 5B stagger pressure, but Monarch gets right out of it.
Yeah, we gotta see J-Anson call it out, right? Gotta have baited out using chain to really punish it. Anti-air. No!
Oh my god!
He read it, but he didn't punish.
And again, those tech air throw situations are popping up everywhere in this set.
Yeah.
Active flow, overdrive back. Not gonna be able to spend it though. Overdrive, locking out the burst, spend that bar, and Monarch taking it 2-0 over J-Anson.
Yeah, so much, change of pace there from Monarch right there, right? At the very end especially, really sped up the speed of the game.
Oh yeah.
With how quick those resets were going. And J-Anson, of course, very strong player still, knows that, there were other opportunities that were missed there as well, especially with all those lows that they hit early in the set, right? That weren't confirmed in the super. So, J-Anson knows that, if I face Monarch again, there is something I can do, right? Something I left on the table there, but J-Anson will go to losers and we'll have to face off there to kind of climb all the way back up.
And man, if anyone can pull off the good fight in losers, it's going to be J-Anson. That Hazama was looking excellent. And Monarch going to come out on top in the end, but man.
Yeah.
And so much adaptation. The amount of air dash, air techs just throwing each other everywhere was so incredible to watch.
Yeah, I know, right? And especially as you saw, as that set, Monarch really started to go with the basically the backdash projectile, right? And you saw that J-Anson wasn't having a really good time of dealing with it. J-Anson might have started to press, trying to deal with it, right? And so that's one way, you see, when players start to get a read on each other, that's how you kind of take advantage of the situation, right? So really good play there from both players, but Monarch will go on top and go to winners, and will face Nezu.
That's right. Oh my! Shutting down the JP mirror there, but we're gonna go to ads for a few seconds here. Stick around. We'll be right back with loser side of top 8 for BlazBlue Central Fiction. And we're back with more BlazBlue top 8. Now, if you haven't heard anything about BlazBlue recently, it's that this game recently got rollback netcode, which means more players and they can all play online. 230 entrants here at Frosty Faustings, and we're going to the loser side where they'll be facing off. Loser gets 7th out of 230. Everything's on the line. You want to go farther. You want to do better.
Right, exactly. Once you get to this part of the tournament, that's where you really have to put everything on the table, right? Because as you mentioned, losing you go home. Your tournament life was over. In a double elimination tournament, you get 2 chances, right? But all of these players have already lost once in the tournament, so pretty much everything's on the line for them.
It all is. And everybody says what hurts losing the most isn't getting 230th, it's getting 2nd. And what's worse than that is getting 7th, getting all the way to top 8 only to get knocked out immediately. So we've got Icecool versus badlime coming up here. They're facing off to see who will avoid the dishonor of getting 7th.
Well, dishonorably 7th out of 230 isn't bad.
Not bad, but nobody wants it.
But yeah, but once you get this far, right, you're in the dance, anything can happen, right? On any given, I guess today's Saturday, on any given Saturday, an upset can happen, right? So, oh my goodness. Well, you see a little bit of a playful banner there. It's because if you have played any BlazBlue Central Fiction, you would know that both of these characters are kind of villainous, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Both very strong characters that have very overwhelming neutral presences, right? And also just a little bit of grind too at the same time. So, Tsubaki versus Susanoo.
And both characters where if you're gonna see 6k damage coming off of a single combo, it's gonna be these characters.
Yeah, badlime's starting aggressive, right? And that's one strategy you can use against Susanoo, because Susanoo is a character where, as you see at the bottom gauge right there, a lot of their special moves are locked behind those gauges, right? So as they fight in the round, they can kind of unlock more special moves, just like that. And then, as they have more special moves, they have better combos, better pressures.
Yes, a character who can really just snowball if you let them get ahead. Already 4 special moves unlocked.
Okay, unlock the reversal as well there. Good block.
The TP, one of the most important to unlock, but immediately putting Icecool in hot water here, has to spend the burst.
That might have been good awareness from badlime. Badlime probably noticed that it had been locked. Now, Conversion Crush Trigger, not very guarded. That is a move that everyone can use with 25 meter. And when you use it, if you don't barrier block it, it does put you in a vulnerable state. Reset.
Oh my goodness, activation here from Tsubaki. She's going to get those stocks on the bottom of her screen, which improve her special moves.
Ooh, doesn't block low there. And that's one of those things, like, once you get into a situation where, once Susanoo's making you block, it just gets really scary. He's got a lot of moves that are plus. So if you block for too long, you know, you're just going to be stuck there, right? But at the same time, like, you know, you want to move. Overhead block.
And when you're looking for the IBs, you're not looking for the overhead.
Yeah,
here we go.
Crush trigger there. Unlock more special moves.
Yeah, Susanoo gets so much extra damage for that measly 25 meter.
Oh my goodness, crush trigger again. Burst is back, but such a dire situation for badlime here.
Yeah, look at this life lead here. Icecool so far in the lead. badlime, no resources, no stocks, just spend that last 50 meter. Oh, okay. Able to get a stock here.
Air to air, trying to keep the positioning. Okay, gets him nervous, standing low. And this is a good situation here for badlime, as much as you can make it up to be, right? If you could just keep offense, then your health doesn't matter.
Yeah, has to deal with the DP here.
Nice command throw, gets stock for it.
Command grab gets 2 stocks there at the bottom of the screen, can enhance 3 special moves now. Spends 2 of them right away, and is going to get this burst here. Things were looking super dire for badlime, but I'd say they have an absolute chance here. 100 meter, but the fuzzy overhead, oh my god.
Yeah, if you block one of those moves standing, and then, you know, re-jump there, your character's stuck in that standing animation, right? So from that, you know, a character can do another overhead. That would normally not hit someone crouching, but really good play there, I'd say.
Okay.
Gonna go right back to, we've seen badlime pick Hazama at times, so, but gonna stick with Tsubaki there. And as you saw, if, for example, like Icecool didn't have that burst there, that overhead, that enhanced overhead special is really powerful, right? It does a lot of damage.
And you were on the player cams there, but it was actually Icecool who was waiting at the rematch screen there. And I mean, after a round like that where you almost got completely reversed from being almost a full life bar up, you definitely need to pull yourself together a little bit.
And once again, badlime starting off very aggressive, which is good, right? You know, as of right now, Susanoo does not have reversals, so if you keep the offense up here, that is one way you can try to close the round up before things start to snowball out of control.
Air dash back in the double overhead with the JC.
Yeah, gutsy, that's for sure. Because, you know, air dash against Susanoo can be really dangerous. Wow, with the quick wake up.
Okay, and now working on a perfect here for badlime. Could definitely cash out for it.
Have super available if needed. And not needed.
All right, and a perfect. I mean, I guess Icecool needed that time in the rematch screen. badlime has the download, in complete control that round. And here we go again at the start. badlime in absolute control.
Yeah, Tsubaki's jumping B right there. One of the best air airs in the game. Nice overdrive.
Oh, this is such a good overdrive through the overhead.
Okay, overdrive's back.
Oh my gosh, fatal counter here for Susanoo.
Yeah, gonna be able to lock some special moves. Does have the reversal available. Reset. Did not work out in favor here. Side switch available for badlime. Does get it.
Yeah, going for the safe jump there to dodge the reversal. Knockdown. Here we go. 3 stocks, 50 bar, double overhead for badlime, and the DP out by Icecool.
Yeah, ended up being a factor there, as you mentioned. Was cheeky there. Had to RC it.
Oh, yeah. So defensive here from Icecool. Oh, and what a counter hit.
Yeah, that's one of the things Tsubaki can do. Can follow up or dash with one of those powerful special moves. Then put up the bananas, and it punishes.
Banana Super almost always chips for like 60 damage, but a full 2.5k there.
Nice reversal. Went for maybe a reset there as well. Try to bait the burst out. But that could be bad because Icecool, now if they get hit, they're dead. Just straight up.
Finding the space here. Keep that DP safe with the stock.
Okay, very patient from Icecool.
Respecting the stagger. So scary!
Has burst available. Will they use it? They don't.
Spend it. Oh my gosh, wants to take the game here, even though a roundup chooses to spend the resources. Tsubaki stagger pressure here finds the hit.
Well, you don't need a burst for the third round if you just win the second round, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so I like the decision there. Definitely had the advantage too. Once they knew they had 50 meter, could just put out the super and just, you know, use that to approach safely, right, against a character like Susanoo. If Susanoo had the sword super, for example, then maybe that's not such a good idea. But
yeah, the 2 most important Susan unlocks are the DP for defense and the sword for neutral and pressure. DP available now for Susanoo.
You saw like an aggressive started on overdrive for badlime. You'll always end up with stocks, right? And you can pause the game. See what's going on. Nice anti-air. That is the anti-air we talked about. Really strong. One of the best ones in the game, you say, from a stationary standpoint.
Okay, drop him. Stagger pressure, overhead block, second overhead block, but the rapid cancel gonna find the hit here for Icecool.
Ooh.
Back out.
You know, just Sonic roll to the ground and then follow to the DP like you do.
You gotta keep it safe. And I mean, with the life lead like that, you can make those kind of big risks.
Match point for Icecool here. badlime fighting for this tournament life. Okay.
You do not want to get sent home here. Oh my god, found that DP off the stock so early.
Yeah, and that's going to be critical, right? And that didn't have the awareness there necessarily to look out for that. And that's why Icecool's got the advantage here. Overdrive from badlime.
Yeah, you can block cancel into overdrive, but you usually want to save it for a big move, a C button. But that was just 2A stagger pressure from Susanoo.
Sends the stocks, and it worked out. That is his advantage, even if you block it. He's one of the best moves in the game.
Okay, here we go. badlime wants to keep this situation up. Double overhead, gonna find the hit.
Reset. Oh no! Doesn't work against Icecool. Has overdrive available, uses it.
Spends it, wants to lock out this burst. Tech situation. Has to live out this overdrive. Okay, burst available now for badlime. Can get hit once. I don't want a burst. I want OG. Go low!
That's unfortunate right there, because, you know, badlime had so much meter, right? He really wanted a situation where he can spend it, but unfortunately ended up with the guard cancel overdrive, not able to really get out of that situation.
Yeah, and that was cards on the table. In those situations, you can choose between an 8-second overdrive, which is sure to win you the match if you can find a hit with it, or you can save your burst. You get the one hit that's going to kill you, and then you're out. You get a second chance.
Yeah.
And badlime betting it all, taking that overdrive, but not going to work out.
Yeah, you want to think that, you know, with so much meter available, you know, DPRC might be available for Tsubaki, right? Just kind of like a get out of jail free card if you know they're at range. But with that level of awareness, you never know what's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
So ultimately, badlime is going to go home. Very respectable 7th place.
Exactly.
Again, he's a very consistent player. He's made it to top 8 many times in a lot of these majors, right? So
super consistent. Made a great run at CEO Taku, a great run at Frosty's last year. Shows up a lot and is consistent.
Okay, and with that said, let's take a look at our next match. I believe it might be another losers match, which I think is going to be Kyros versus GM Justin, I believe.
Yes, Justin playing the Platinum, but made it into the top 8 using the Jin instead. So we'll see what the character choice is going to be here. You stick it out with the character who got you into top 8, or go back to Platinum with what you know.
Yeah, it really depends on matchup, right? Jin is a character who doesn't necessarily have any bad matchups. Also, I would say is one of the best characters for fighting Izanami, right? For a kind of standard kind of character. Platinum is a very technical character. You know, has like the regular normals, but forces the opponent to have perception of like what her items are, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's very strong about her as well. So, a pretty good choice either way, I'd say. Both very solid choices.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of item characters in anime. One thing that's interesting about Platinum is that the items are deterministic. You know what she's going to throw before she throws it. So a lot of it is paying attention to her bar and seeing what's going to come out.
Yeah, and oftentimes, like, a lot of the items are very strong. For example, Frying Pan is an incredibly fast overhead. And, like, the thing about it is that when you have Frying Pan, if only one person knows there's a Frying Pan, then it's really strong because it's an overhead that she normally doesn't have. But if both people know, then now the lows become strong too, because, oh, I know that you know, right, kind of thing. But it looks like Jin is going to be the play, or this could be a button check too, but this is either
saw
way,
the
right?
fist bump, so imagine they'd be going into it. And that's one thing that Central Fiction characters do that you don't see a lot in other fighting games, is how do you react to mix-ups? You look at your opponent, you see when are they getting into the stance that's overhead? When are they dashing in so I can mash? And with characters like 9 or Platinum, you have to look at the overhead, but you also have to look at their bar. Are they building rock on the next? Well, not as much with 9 because she's got him on her character, but definitely with Platinum.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Jin. I support this choice from a matchup perspective. I do think Platinum does have a difficult time anti-airing Hazama in this version, so going with Jin, more active, right? Getting air and anti-air, so
I like starting it off here with the counter hit anti-air 5B from Hazama.
Nice air to air. Lock down the movement, anti-air. into the corner.
Has to chase it down. Didn't have the positioning for Hungry Coils to get a meaty afterwards.
Okay, just run
Oh
overhead.
my god, and the
Air.
purple throw afterwards. We're adding a lot to the mental stack at the start here. A lot of stuff for Kyros to react to.
Wow, nice cross under. Great positioning there. And you know, crossing under is one of the best anti-airs in almost any fighting game, right?
Yes.
But, you know, if the opponent has a really strong normal, all you gotta do is just be in a spot where it can't hit you, right?
Exactly. Always keep it, because you can try to anti-air them cross up. You can try and hit them with a low when they land.
Okay.
Just take the pressure. A lot of options once you know that their air button can't hit you.
Overhead, get hit. Again, another dominant round for Kyros so far.
Justin with no hope here, getting pulled back into the corner with those air-to-airs, those JAs. Okay,
Yeah.
overhead
Okay.
on the... Oh my gosh, again!
That's like all of Justin's offense so far. Just go for the overhead, it's pretty fast.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, nice anti-air.
Okay, flying right into that corner.
Spends the meter, keeps the pressure up. Nice anti-air, using the standing jab.
Okay, Justin getting it started. Okay, and so many, like, oh my gosh, Kyros is not falling for any of these weird offense picks that Justin is going for.
Okay, flying around again. Back to neutral. So far, I'd say that Justin has done the most damage just getting these air to air, right? But Kyros, without any chain momentum, uses the down movement.
Patient here.
Out of barrier.
Yes.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Well, that one does have some invincibility, but yeah, kind of
Oh
a
my God.
interesting choice there.
Justin kind of floundering there, running out of barrier, full screen DP.
Yeah, full screen super too. I mean, what if he jumped right into the arrow? That would have been pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, but like pulling off a lot of like really high risk situations there. Lots of 6As, but you get no damage off of, and it's not great if they block it.
Wow, bursted. That was the
Oh
end of the
my-
combo too. Maybe it was an attempted overdrive. So if you do
Yeah.
get hit, you'll get a burst instead of an overdrive. So
Always the
confirm.
worst situation, trying to overdrive through an overhead and you burst instead. Worst feeling in the world. My gosh, and Kyros is back in.
another combo. Another hit. So far, pretty much all Kyros again.
Yes, this has been the story of this match. Justin with meter suspension
Ooh.
tries to run away, but the chain is coming.
Good block. Okay, fires back. Can get something started here. Okay, gonna go for the full confirm, unless that happens.
Not. Justin
In the
finding
corner.
some footing here. Pressure.
Okay.
Cashes out the 6A. Working.
Yeah, finally got one.
That
In the
combo.
corner. One more
DP
combo.
knockdown. Double
Oh!
overhead. Oh my gosh, Justin
What a read!
finding the confidence. Going for
My goodness, I've never seen that option used like that, but you know what? Can't argue with results.
cannot jump out of the corner. Justin is ready. Okay, and a round up, not just a round on the board. Justin is ahead now.
Okay, good jump. Nice confirm. Uses the ice.
And loves that 6A.
Yeah, just really training his opponent, right? Just using it all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, right? Yeah, just avoiding that standing 5A from Hazama. It is a very good anti against a lot of jumping, so Jin in particular. Another lockdown.
And that pressure is just at the cost of 25 meters. So good for Jin.
Okay, just neutral jumping. Nice air throw.
Great stuff here. Pulling out the Monarch stuff, what we saw against J-Anson just toss the Hazama with the air throw.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe there's methods to this madness area, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Another air throw.
Justin is finding it.
No,
Oh
no, it's not
my
gonna work.
god! Can't bait it like that.
That was a good reaction though, right? And you know, even if you end up losing this round, you're gonna have burst for sure next round. So
Yeah.
and has such a great life lead here. What you can do?
Oh, the stance back.
Yeah, maybe not that.
This is gonna be big damage for Hazama. Oh, never mind. Just 3K.
They didn't spend the meter there. Tried to react to the attack with it, but Hazama not gonna be able to spend meter here as well. Beyond that. Tries to reset. Yeah,
Oh,
overhead.
gonna find the hit. All right, a round apiece here, assuming no drop from Kyros. Keeps it simple, doesn't even go for the low pick up there.
Yeah, I like the decision making there from Justin to try to, like, you know, start to reverse turtle, right? Because he got the life lead, and he's done the most damage through anti-air, so maybe that'd be a good way to kind of close up the round. But again, Kyros managed to take it. And this is a match point for him as well.
Yeah, Justin fighting for their tournament life here.
Nice jump in. Caught that whip normal from Hazama.
He's gonna go all the way to the corner with this.
Throw.
Situation. Tried the barrier to into the jump out there.
Yeah. You gotta think he wasn't confident to win the air to air situation there, but it did end up letting Kyros out of the corner.
Now reversal, Kyros with the corner positioning. Chains in.
Overhead.
Jump on it. Overhead Hotenjin, the Hazama classic.
Overdrive's available, but I gotta think they're gonna save it here.
Oh, spends the burst at the end of the combo. Just wanted to get out of the corner. Didn't want to get baited.
Crouching confirm here. Justin's got tons of meter. Can make something happen.
Oh
Wow!
my gosh! So bold, the mash. Burst available to back it up, but here we go. Overdrive, spend that super. This is so loud. Get ready for it.
Ooh, yeah, that was so good. I love that, not respecting the reset there. Knowing Justin has so much meter, right? Probably going to go for a reset sometime to close it out. And just, you know, making sure that, you know, no games. No games here.
And you can do the risky option. You can mash in that situation because you have burst to back you up. You've got one more lifeline even if you get opened up. So completely fine there for Kyros. Is going to go on to face J-Anson in the Hazama mirror.
Oh boy, I don't know about that one.
maybe J-Anson will pick for Terumi for that. We'll see.
That would be pretty interesting because that is a matchup where, you know, we haven't been able to talk about it too much, but Hazama's mobility from the chain is limited actually. So he has 2 stocks of it. He can only fly around 2 times. But in a mirror match, you kind of see that, oh, well, this person couldn't move that time. So that's when it matters. So I'd like to see a Hazama mirror just so we can get into the dynamic. But, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Terumi too. Very rare character at this point.
Yes. Very popular for how weak he's perceived by the community. But, I mean, people come out for Terumi. We've got DFG, of course. Or DGF.
Well, they're
SMH.
I mean, they're a very, very popular, fun character to watch because they're so splashy and explosive.
And you get to use so many supers.
Yeah, and speaking of flashy and explosive, we've got Elyon versus Icecool coming up now. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the pick will be for Elyon this time as well because one weakness that we didn't get to really talk about last time they played was that Jubei is a character who is permanently crouching when he's hit on the ground. And so in general in BlazBlue, when you get hit crouching, because there's extra hit stun, most characters get a better confirm, right? So
that's right.
A lot of characters just deal extra damage to Jubei. There's some characters that are the exception where they do more damage to standing characters like Bang, but in this case in particular, Susanoo getting like 3 crouching confirms on any ground hit is pretty bad for Jubei, so we are seeing, you know, Elyon go with at least a button check maybe with Hibiki, but it would not surprise me at all because of Hibiki this matchup.
That ends up being the pick.
Yeah, Icecool, as we saw, for the most part was staying Icecool, right? For the most, there were times where you know, badlime was starting to snowball against him and starting to really get really good offense going, but you know, a lot of times Icecool would weather the storm or make a critical read with his reversal, and so managed to climb up here to fight for, you know, loser goes out here at 5th. Once again, it's a very respectable placing out of over 200 people, but again, if you're in the dance, you want to go farther.
Go the distance. And yes, Elyon is a mainstay in top 4, so wants to show the power of the seed, get where they feel they're supposed to be. Here we go, Hibiki. Great character, run speed is completely there, has the small hurt box, dodges through stuff, and of course, the JC and the reset and mix-up potential is so dirty there. If there's a character who can snowball, keep Susan with 0 stocks the whole game, it's Hibiki.
Yeah, Hibiki's just so solid, right? Just a lot of options that are, you know, just straightforward, but just like really good.
And the stagger pressure is super good for Hibiki as well. Got very passive here from Icecool to start off. Very stationary. And the thing is that Susan 5B, Hibiki has nothing to contest that. Such a good range on that.
It's a really good normal, has very little whip recovery, but Hibiki getting combo here. Pick going for a knockdown in the corner.
Using that Azuna knockdown. dash up. Hibiki does have the mix-up where you can cross under on the tech for the second hit of 2B.
Wow, it just goes right in.
Right, and push out. Great barrier usage, pushing Elyon out so that 6A would whiff.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate drop there. Free combo for Elyon.
Oh, gonna drop it there.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, use the dive RC just come in overhead.
And in the corner, this overhead does a lot of damage.
Still going. No reset there. No meter if it works, so. Delayed air dash, I like that.
Stop the double overhead. Icecool not blocking any direction, trying to jump out or something there. And very solid there from Elyon. Only one special unlocked for Icecool, and that kind of tells the story of how that round went.
Yeah, again, like, Icecool whiffing a 5B there. Managing to stay. Got hit. Nice tagger. And didn't tech, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, big damage for Elyon there. So one thing about BlazBlue is that you have to tech when you go on the ground manually, right? And so if you don't, though, you can give your opponent free damage.
And people really like holding tech against Hibiki because he can do a safe jump where you can roll out if you hold it for long enough. So Elyon just likes to run up, do 2B, pick up that blue beat for a ton of damage.
Yeah, normally it would have been only like 1,000 or something damage. Like, ended up at 3,000 or so.
Yeah.
Toss up.
Oh.
And burst again. Not many specials unlocked, right? Just barely has a DP now.
But the projectile's finding at least 2 specials, but it's not going to matter. So many resources here for Elyon.
Yeah.
Cash out, overdrive spent, meter to spend.
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
The whiff for the fancy.
Yeah. Put that on Twitter.
You gotta style a bit in BlazBlue. So many options. You got overdrive. Specials that are so cool. You gotta bring out the cool combos.
Very, very overwhelming game from Elyon, honestly. Just really dominated neutral from start to finish, really. The couple hits that Icecool was able to get, you know, they're pretty few and far between, right? And when that is the case, like, it's very hard to unlock special moves for Susanoo. You do need to make contact for that gauge to move around, right? So the way that it works is a little cursor. And as the cursor moves, when you attack with an unlocking move, that's when the special move unlocks, right? So if you don't make contact with anyone, you can't unlock anything.
Right. All you can do is level up your dash.
Okay. Or the overdrive. Yeah.
Through the second hit, you can cancel your block with overdrive. You get less duration, but you can go through moves like that, which have a second hit.
Yeah. Oftentimes, like, moves with second hits tend to have lots of advantage, but in that situation, if the second hit doesn't hit at all, you know, it works out for you. Oh, baited it out.
No burst available, so this is as much damage as Icecool can fit.
Almost 4,000 more specials unlocked, almost all of them.
Oh, able to get out there with the clone. Icecool chasing the after image.
Wow, and got the burst too, right? Even if you lose this and burst back. Okay, now I don't know. I was about to say, well, if you lose this round, at least you have the burst advantage. But now, Elyon trying to be a hero.
And oh
yeah, I don't know about that.
Sometimes heroes don't win.
I mean, sometimes you live to fight another day, right? But you know what? So I respect it too, though. Just go for it. We're not in it to lose. We're in it to win.
Oh, air dash over for the cross-up.
Unlocks the reversal. That may be a factor here. But you know, Hibiki does have access to safe jumps, so it may not happen. Goes for a little reset there.
Winning on that tech out there. Oh my gosh. Pickup.
Yeah. Susan does have a very big hitbox.
It is possible. And Elyon likes to use the command air dash a lot, but has not been using it a lot against Icecool. Options there are there's an overhead.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh! You never see that. It is plus if you block it, but
yeah, it just hits. Ooh, crush trigger. Throw.
And Elyon with the active flow, so this burst is coming right back.
Knockdown. One hit to kill, honestly. Yeah, counter assault.
Counter assault. Get me out of there.
I'm in.
Oh, and there we go. Does the second hit. You
Yeah.
usually have to exceed Excel there, but because of the reversal, Icecool is able to get way more damage and still. Oh my God.
I love the super.
So much.
So you hit with all the specials you have unlocked, and then a huge beam. Right? So it's a big damage super. The more stuff you have unlocked. Max reversal.
Great DP there. Oh
Whoa!
my God.
The cheeky cross up. So normally that move only hits from the front, right? But there's a delayed cross up version of it, and you know, to steal around, what more do you need, right?
Exactly. The cross up that nobody expects, and credit to Elyon, had the 50-meter to make it safe if Icecool was able to block it.
Nice. Good screen combo there. Overhead block.
Up there. Oh, whiff on this first 6B, but the second will connect.
Nice.
Oh, that overhead is so difficult to block.
Yeah, using an invincible move, rapid canceling it right into an overhead. Very quick.
It's great. It beats mashing, and you get an incredible mix-up if they were respecting you.
Okay, counter assault from Icecool. This is match point for Elyon, so Icecool's got to make something happen here. Okay, that's one thing you can do. Good spacing on that 5B there.
Dashes in. TRM here for Icecool.
Yeah, has the sword unlocked, so it's really good. Like an additional combo here.
Right, here we go. Specials available.
Overdrive.
Jumping in. This is not. Oh my God.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit too early on that overdrive, and it's going to have a ton of resources here. It's probably going to finish this, honestly.
Go right into the super.
Again, once you have more special moves unlocked, the more damage this does. You hit with more special moves.
Sword, and here comes the beam.
Yeah, once you have the sword unlocked, it's so cool.
Yeah. Okay, Icecool there. Very significant read there. Elyon was super passive during the overdrive. Didn't go for any EA. No mash. Just waited there.
And that's one of the things that's just so scary, right? Once you're like, oh man, I'm in the corner against Susanoo. I'm just going to try to overdrive out of this, right? But, Susanoo used a air dash mix up there, and that's one way you kind of wait out the overdrive like that. But Elyon's starting strong this round.
Yeah, using that normal air throw.
Okay.
Oh, but...
Yeah, good check. Uh-oh. Yeah, try to challenge that anti-air. Do not do that.
Not great positioning there. Elyon ending up in the corner here.
Ooh.
Great overdrive. Just invul right through that, and you get big damage for this.
And then the EA gets active flow for it.
Yeah, and the active flow, so this overdrive is going to come right back. Oh my God,
Double
cross
cross
up. JC's such a good button for Hibiki.
Yeah, it's got 100 meter here. You think you're RC in the super. There you go.
Good stuff there.
Yeah, that was a really good, it's cash out, right? So make sure, and Icecool's willing to just let the round go at that time.
Yeah. Always finish your food, especially in snowbally anime games like this. And we get Susan where you might just die in 2 hits.
Yeah, try to, throw reject miss. Yeah, Icecool just trying to make something happen there. Burst early, because you want there to be a 3rd round, right? So you got to burst early.
Okay, good IVs here. Rapid to keep it safe.
Yeah, building meter. Nice check, but advantage to Hibiki there.
Yeah, even with the instant block, it wasn't enough to make the JC minus.
Ooh, cross up, and this could be it.
Yeah, cross up overhead, so good. Doesn't even need the overdrive back. We're going to see that super.
Yeah, just solid play there from Elyon, right? Great decision to go to Hibiki there, I'd say. Was able to make, take full advantage of that matchup, right? So I like the decision there. Winning on the character selection, you like to see that. And so Elyon is going to move on.
And I like to see the big rally there from Icecool. Didn't seem super composed. Was taking a lot of minutes on the rematch screen, just kind of waiting it out, thinking a lot. And, I mean, showed up. Good 5th place to get, and... didn't go out 2-0.
Yeah.
So
they showed a lot of composure too. There was that round where they were down a lot, right? But it managed to snowball a comeback there. But not everyone has that many snowball comebacks in them, right? And so Elyon really made it more solid at the end there. Kind of played in a way that really minimized what Icecool could do with this character. So with that in mind, Elyon will move on to loser semis, I believe. And we'll probably face the winner of, a different match after this. But
yes, the match of J-Anson versus Kyros, the potential Hazama mirror.
Yeah, I am really curious. What would be really funny is that if they ask for a double blind selection, right? So then that's where both players get the opportunity to pick a character with the other person knowing. And then it'd be funny if they both pick Hazama anyway. Or, they both go for the counter, they both pick Terumi or something. That'd be so funny.
Oh my God. I cannot believe BlazBlue players and how it seems like every Susanoo player also plays Terumi and also plays Hazama. They just love the lore.
Yeah,
These players just love the BlazBlue lore.
Yeah, we love our edgy green boy, right?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. No picks just in yet. Players getting set up.
Yeah, and so far I'm very impressed with Kyros as well. I mean, I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Kyros, but, their play speaks for itself, right? They're representing Canada. You know, I did a little looking into, you know, what they represented, but they've won a lot of, you know, online locals. They're a very strong player, and it shows really, just really confident movement. You know, great confirms, right? So we'll see who between J-Anson, Canada versus Japan.
Oh my gosh, not even an American rep in sight. Well, North America, but not USA coming in here. My God, and just showing Frosty's is just in the perfect location. In the middle of America, you got the East Coast and West Coast communities coming out. It's north, so you got Canada. And Japan just doesn't care. They'll show up for anything.
So this is also going to be a button check, and we are seeing the Terumi pick as of right now, right? So we don't know if that's going to be the final pick, but I would love to see Terumi, because Terumi is just such an explosive, fun character. Really, truly a boomer bust character, right? And like really a character that has very little margin for error is another reason that he's difficult to play. You miss one combo, you lose all your meter, and you probably die. So.
Kind of an interesting character, Terumi. Most characters, their drive is something very unique. Hibiki can become Naruto, have shadow clones. Which one is real? Hazama, incredible mobility, just defines the whole character, where Terumi, most of his drive is just, I get a ton of meter.
Yeah, my attacks are green.
I get so much meter.
Yeah, my attacks are green, and green is good meter, right? So
yeah,
that's what it means. But he's a very interesting character because his meter dynamic is completely different from other characters. And also because some of his resources, the way they're used is also different. So for example, Rapid Cancel is something that many characters use to a great effect, but it is somewhat costly, right? But
yeah,
for Terumi, on the other hand, it's not quite as expensive. So
yes, for Terumi, green means go. If he's connecting those green attacks, getting that meter, he is popping off. And unlocks a lot of interesting super. He's gotten the projectile full screen one. Sorry, it's a projectile kill. Goes through projectiles, kills you.
Okay, overdrive from Kyros.
Wow. The activation here.
Okay, goes for the EA. It's an invincible move everyone has during overdrive.
Yeah, and luckily for Hazama, that EA changes sides, so J-Anson getting stuck in the corner there. Finding their way right out.
TRM, okay. Read the throw.
Yeah, finding the throw, maybe an OS. Okay.
Almost 100 meter. Yeah, spending it right away.
Oh my, going for that slow command grab very early on in the set here.
And it would have killed too had it hit, because if you build meter from it, it is cancelable to super, so.
Okay, here we go. Kyros
okay.
Moving around, no chains available, pops the OD. Gets those chains right back.
Ooh. Now this
Stray
little,
hit there, not able to convert. Lots of meter here, Hotenjin.
Should kill. Got plenty of meter for it. Yeah.
Double super.
Very nice.
Great stuff there from Kyros. Oh my gosh, and J-Anson bleeding first here in loser side.
Okay. Good use of the space there. That move, that little knee right there, is in fact advantage. So if you block it, it's still Terumi's turn.
Out of chains here for Hazama.
Okay. Intense pressure there from J-Anson. Kyros does jump out of it. Nice throw. Very nice the whip. Confirming in the corner.
Almost full hard here. Built it just like that.
Oh,
no
what?
super.
Interesting decision right there, but
I dash around.
You know, one thing we didn't mention is that, you know, Terumi is really fast. He's a very fast character. His movement is just so quick.
That run speed is super important when you're chasing down a character as mobile as this.
Okay, gets the pickup. Okay, what's the mix-up? Goes, you know, backside, right? Okay.
Air dash in. Good barrier pressure here. Can the anti-air 2A there from J-Anson.
Whoa, overhead. We RC'd it, and you know, Kyros bursted right away. Nice air throw. This should kill. Go the Soul Tenjin!
Spend that bar. Using that meter to take a round here for J-Anson. Has the overdrive advantage as well.
Yeah,
Kyros 3 out of 10 here.
That rising jump normal from J-Anson just so quick, right? It's able to catch Hazama. And again, once it's starting off.
No chain right out of there.
Yeah, RC's that. Go mix up. Yeah, didn't tech that, so free extra meter for J-Anson, right?
Yeah,
We'll take
that snake bite. Oh, catches the backdash with the 5B.
In the corner, and it's going to have 100 meter. So the next hit will definitely kill here.
And OD chooses to spend nothing, though. Snake bite into the super.
I'm not sure if that was a decision they wanted to make, but they made it.
Oh, and tries to hold up there, wants to jump out, but gets caught by the air unblockable 5B. In CF, you have to use barrier if you're jumping, if you want to block.
Yeah. A lot of moves are still blockable with barrier in the air, but in that particular situation, if you don't use it, you will just get hit for full damage.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Okay, and J-Anson, 2 rounds to 1 there, is going to go up again here against Kyros.
I really like the J-Anson's movement with the speed. And cheeky little commander reset here for lots of meter.
Yes, a ton of meter. Rapid going to be available in a second. Super, whatever he wants.
Use it right away, right? Because, you know, if you spend it, then you can use it. You can gain more. Rush front throw, doesn't hit. Wow.
Here we go. Goes through it with the overdrive.
Yeah,
Big hit here.
That pressure is just so scary, right? You need the overdrive to get out of it.
Not able to use EA there, so doesn't get the active flow. Good blocks here by J-Anson. Walks right into the stance activation there.
Another knockdown for Kyros. This is a really great round from so far.
And a great 4K there.
Forced the whiff, but still a little bit left in the tank here for J-Anson, and it doesn't block the
Man.
Yeah, had tons of meter, but you know, meter can be a curse too. It's like, I want to spend this meter, but
Dying on stick of butter, you keep getting counter assault baited, so you can't hold forward AB.
And one thing about Terumi that we didn't mention yet is also his counter assault is probably one of the worst in the game. So, you know, because he has all this extra meter, his counter assault is really terrible.
Yeah, balancing factor. He could do it all the time, so it has to be bad.
Okay. Nice.
Oh.
Using that to just, you know, challenge. Goes for a mix up right away to throw.
Check it. Bar built so quickly.
OD.
OD's through the plus range.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What an anti-air.
And he gets the very end of that chain dash. Bend the overdrive.
Reset.
Oh my god.
Interesting choice. Nice anti-air though. Yeah, I don't know about using overdrive for a reset, but you know what? You can't argue with the results.
And J-Anson is winning 1 game up.
Yeah, this is match point here. J-Anson.
Tournament life for Kyros. Might get sent back to Canada here.
Here comes the pressure. Nice jump out. Goes for a reset there.
Jumps the command grab.
Ooh, got tagged raw by that. Gonna do a lot of damage, or not. Opts not to spend any meter there.
Oh, goes for the air throw there. Thought Kyros.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, purple throw.
Nice TRM. Red J-Anson's option there.
Hungry coils into the corner. Get the pickup. What's the mix? Oh,
Ooh.
goes for the command grab.
Wow, resetted to overhead. Lightning fast.
So quick here. OD through. Not great advantage here. And we got overdrive and 50 meter on J-Anson's side.
Might get to 100 meter and kill you. Yeah, we are.
This super is so much damage. It uses Terumi's meter. It uses your meter. Look at the numbers on your screen.
Yeah, the more meter your opponent has and you have, you know, once you the full meter, it does more and more damage. So great awareness there from J-Anson to close it out. And you know, Terumi making it all to the top 4. That's pretty cool.
Bit of a slow 2-0 there. Really good rally there from Kyros.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you can do pacing-wise. Hazama is a character who can move around quite a bit, so you can kind of, you know, change the pacing of the match quite a bit, right? So, but J-Anson just overall would just like using that really fast, you know, standard movement from Terumi, chasing J-Anson down in a lot of the situations. So, we just really solid play, I'd say.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, now that we've got through, you know, most of losers settled, we do need to go back to winners, and it's going to be Nezu versus Monarch.
That's right. We're starting off with the longer set here. We're in finals, which means you have to win 3 games in order to keep going here.
Right. And I think that, you know, Nezu is, you know, playing Hibiki, right? Very character with, you know, some tricky stuff, but at the end of the day against Lambda, just is a character who has some additional movement that Lambda does have to watch out for. So I would be interested to see, you know, if Monarch will go with Lambda again or will go with S here, right? We'll fight kind of like a head-on matchup.
Yeah, and people know Hibiki for the resets, for the cheeky cross-ups, but what Hibiki's real strength is that movement speed to get in on you. And in a zoner matchup, that's going to be super helpful for him to close the distance.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, one thing to note is that, again, we mentioned Monarch has very good, standard defense, really good at blocking, right? And so maybe because Hibiki can be a little plain at times, maybe just, good reactions from Monarch could prevent, a lot of pressure from Nezu, but maybe Nezu could mix it up as well too, right? So we'll see where it goes.
And what I'm thinking now is I forget if they met at CEO Taku, but one of Hibiki's worst matchups is at S. Just has nothing to contest the fireball, has nothing to contest just how big her buttons are in compared to Hibiki. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Monarch chooses to break out the character swap here.
Yeah, because it becomes like an honest fight, right? Just close-ish range versus close-ish range. But S is very dominating. Obviously, she has just huge normals. She is just one of the best characters in the game because she has so many good options. So that could be a choice as well, right?
We'll see. And man, oh my god, Nezu, so dominant here. And I mean, I feel like I've seen Nezu more often at this part in the bracket on the loser side of things instead of in winners finals. So this might be his run, his win to get.
Well, there's a lot of strong BlazBlue players, in the U.S. now and elsewhere too, right? So it's not surprising at this point at all that, if you are a very good player, you could still end up in losers because you fight someone who's literally like one of the best players in the game.
Exactly.
Right? So, and there's matchups you have to look out for all the time. Your non-standard characters like Arasune and things like that, you could run into that and then just be not prepared for them. So.
And Central Fiction, a game that really rewards aggression and helps you for doing well. You get a generous cycle if you're doing well. So very easy to just run into someone who starts making the right decisions, which make it easier for them to make better decisions and decisions that do more damage.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, right? Especially because it's so matchup dependent at times, or just like matchup preparation sometimes. You can nullify that completely. Just, I'm hot today, right? All my offense is working. So,
yes.
You can just, I'm hitting all these really difficult combos today. So that can be a way that, matchups may not matter if your offense is good enough. And so, as you mentioned, S is the pick here for Monarch.
Super. I mean, if you want to hear Hibiki players rant for hours, bring up S. This character is so difficult for him to deal with. Here we go. Starting off, a lot of jumping.
Anti-air.
Yeah, air stall. Monarch not falling for it, ready for that anti-air. Okay, Monarch the one going to be using burst first here. Didn't want to get stuck in the corner.
Ooh, nice neutral jump. Yeah, punishes that.
Yeah, at that range, Hibikis are usually following the shadow clone, and even if, they sent out the clone and you hit the clone, like, you don't lose anything. You're still advantaged there.
Yeah, but now long combo from Monarch does activate Burst, so when she has that, her special moves are powered up, so that is one thing that S can do to enhance her special moves.
Okay, using that A follow-up, he gets a falling JB or JA there. Oh, mash out here by Monarch. 4D gonna keep Nezu locked down and now put in the corner here with this cross-up combo.
Okay, respected it, because Nezu does have a ton of meter, but doesn't block the overhead. I like that decision from Monarch to kind of just bait out the reversal right there. But, Hibiki's reversal is fast, but it is pretty short, right? So if it whips completely, then you can't use your meter there.
Yeah, the payoff with Hibikis is that it hits both sides and is very fast, but it's very narrow, and if you bait it, it has so much recovery.
Yeah.
He stands there for like 30 frames just hanging out.
He's chilling.
Yeah, and waiting to get counter hit.
Okay.
Oh, JA catching overhead there.
Not a lot for it, though, unfortunately. Okay.
Great DP there.
Yeah, I like the reversal option there. Okay, another combo from Monarch.
There's a situation here. JD on screen is going to help with that combo a bit.
Nice, keeping him locked down. Okay, but
oh my gosh!
Yeah, ran out of the corner. That's a great decision. When you're getting under your opponent in the corner here, switch sides. Got tons of meter as well.
And can double super here. The input is not easy, but yeah, you have to get it. But here we go. Oh, doesn't. It's like, wait, I'm not doing that.
What if I
she's low enough. She's 2 hits away.
Yeah,
no
kept
problem.
it easy. Yeah, I like that. Great decision.
I would have liked it for the style, though. I'm disappointed, Nezu.
If it was in like pools, maybe, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about winners finals here. business
Oh,
decisions are
stagger pressure. Monarch eventually folding through it. And again, doesn't want to tech there, wants to try and roll out of the safe jump. So Nezu's going to get to tack a little bit more damage there.
Okay, yeah, another stagger successful. Really good opportunity for Nezu to close it.
No reset. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know, once that throw gets tech, you know, it's neutral, right? So, you know, Monarch able to anti-air there. Tries for an air throw.
Monarch going in. Life lead here for Nezu. Cashes out off of the DP. Oh
Whoa!
my gosh! Doesn't matter. It's blue. It's blue.
It's alive. Scary.
Oh, what side? Oh my god!
I like that. That cross-up messed up Monarch's input. Monarch was trying to go for a barrier guard there, but ended up with the crush trigger on accident. Because they're both the same input, right? So if it gets crossed up like that, that can't happen.
Oh, and Monarch going to character select here. Didn't like how the S was working out. Thinking about the switch, might just be thinking for thinking's sake, thinking what happened that match.
Yeah. Like that whole last round, pretty much Nezu's offense was just, you know, firing all cylinders, right? All the staggers are working out quite well. And Monarch Card just thinking about what could I have done differently to, you know, to interrupt that pressure, right? Because he'd gotten countered many times. Maybe just working a reversal, maybe? As the reversal is kind of also a little awkward as well, but...
And we are going to see the character swap here. New 11 on screen.
Okay.
All right, and Monarch is believing. This is the character swap I want to go to.
Yeah, maybe you don't interact directly with a, you know, a straight-on fight. Use a character you're more familiar with. Okay, overhead. And maybe, you know, Lambda 11 is also not the most common character either in Japan as well.
Yeah.
So.
Get him with the matchup unfamiliarity.
Ooh.
Great jump back there.
Yeah, those overheads are putting in a lot of work right now. It is an overhead that does hit from across the screen and off the screen.
Yeah,
so
the unseeable overhead.
you just have to know. Well, as you know, like, you know, Lambda's JoJo posing during all these like overheads, so you can look at her to see it. Another one. Yeah, I mean, if they don't block it, might as well keep going.
All right. Oh my, the character swap working out incredibly here. A perfect to start out for Monarch on this new 11.
Yeah, I mean, he was like 5 out of 5 on all those overheads, so that is one way to win round.
Already in the driver's seat.
Yeah, try to keep Nezu on the ground there, but Nezu jumped over it and confirmed.
Oh.
Okay. Nice.
Oh,
Cross
use the
under.
double jump,
Ooh.
use the clone, so it was completely vulnerable there.
That's scary. Good block.
Oh!
You want to think that he wanted to go for Commander there, but Monarch with the drop combo there. Tries to jump out, gets tagged.
Yeah, and the overhead there off of the command dash is, oh my god.
Just reversals, you know. Nice.
Oh.
Great anti-air.
Here we go. Monarch in the driver heat here. Stop that momentum. DP out. Had the meter to cover it.
Stagger pressure from Nezu.
Oh,
Wow.
was minus and was like, no, I'm not. Oh my, you blocked that overhead?
Just, you know, Monarch can't underestimate that defense, but another stagger hit from Nezu forces the burst.
He's going to get in free here with the super nice block on the overhead there from Nezu.
Yeah, this time blocking it.
Oh,
Wow.
great. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a clone, if it's Hibiki. If you hit it, it's going away.
Ooh, just solid clutch right there.
Man, oh my gosh. Monarch on an absolute tear that game.
Yeah, I really like the decision making there. And also, like, Nezu started to block the overhead, but, you know, Monarch just goes right back to the well, right? He's like, you know what? I think that was a one-time thing. Let's keep going for it, right? And it paid off really quite well there.
The offense so good. And, I mean, this is what you want to see as a zoner is Hibiki going for that 3D or 2D, which is projectile invul, and the clone spawns right in front of them. It tracks. But it's a shadow clone or it's Hibiki. And if you hit it with anything, if it's a clone, it goes away. If it's Hibiki, it gets counter hit. So you can really just start farming that. If you like throw a projectile, tries the projectile invul through it, just hit him. Just kill him.
Goes for it.
Oh, connecting there. Not following it anymore, though.
Early burst from Monarch, but another overhead connecting.
Yeah, and this is something kind of like the overdrive burst meta in Central Fiction is overdrive is so much better. If you use it, you're at 3 instead of 0. You get so much damage if you connect with it. But if you're waiting for overdrive, you're losing so much momentum. You're stuck in the corner like this. And using the burst just to stay in the game to not take 3k damage is super important.
Honestly, great patience from Monarch here, right? I'll let you get your turn, but you're not doing any damage to me. And I'm getting my overdrive meter back, right? So great patience from Monarch. That's one of the things that's really strong about Monarch, though, is that he's willing to wait out and just like wait for something to happen.
Oh my god.
Not
With
much damage.
TP there, yeah, not too much damage, just 800.
Burst, yeah. This
Oh
Monarch
my, it just keeps blocking it.
yeah, just so patient. Oh, try to jump out of that. That didn't work.
Yeah, 6B gonna cover that.
Okay.
Gonna drop in the corner. No mix-up. Ready, just waiting here. Set up that well. Dash in.
Got him flinching.
Oh
okay.
my gosh!
What a read.
6C out of nowhere. The drop!
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't matter. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Picked it back up. That was an incredible read, but that would have been really unfortunate had it not worked out there.
We're just throwing out fatal counter starters here. Insane.
Okay, good spacing there from Monarch at the very tip of that low move there, the 2B.
Set up the Oki overhead.
Okay.
Nice little chunk of damage
Ooh.
here. Overdrive advantage for Monarch, and look at this life lead.
Yeah, drop that combo though. Okay, but again, like Nezu's starting to press a little bit. Try to rush in on Monarch. Monarch was already out of there. Another projectile confirmed.
Not finding much. Meter available. Stuck in the well.
Ooh.
Not blocking the toes.
Yeah, just gonna hold on to that burst, right? Even if you burst there, there's insurmountable wall of a full health Monarch waiting for
Yeah.
you, so just hold it for the last round.
Just get perfected. Your pride can handle it. Take the win instead.
Okay.
Oh, projectile invul.
Yeah, work. But you don't get too much advantage off of hitting though, is what I'm noticing.
I mean, like, once you start following it, you start doing 3D instead of 2D, you get a pretty big combo for it connecting. But if you're not bold, if you're worried about getting hit there, you're never following it.
Yeah, that makes sense though, because Monarch has been shown to defend against it quite well, right?
Yeah. Oh, counter hit but no conversion, had already put out the second 5B.
Okay. Cross up. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, but again.
Yeah, see, even with the fatal counter, if you're not following that projectile invul move, you're not getting nothing.
Yeah, you gotta commit. And if Monarch sniffs it out, you never know. Good blocks here from Monarch, just being patient again.
Staggering with the Bs.
Yeah, maybe Monarch's gonna wait till he has 50 meter. There it is. You know what? I'm not afraid of Hibiki.
Oh, never mind.
But I like the decision there, right? Just wait it out. See if anything happens.
And that's in that situation, Hibiki's main mix is throw. Because the overhead is 26 frames and it can't cross you up because you're in the corner.
Right.
And the cross up is also around 26, 27 frames. So if you're ready to react, there's not much that Hibiki can do that isn't just run up, throw you.
Yeah. Nezu back in the lead again.
Man.
And again, like, I think that Monarch was good against that stagger pressure, right? Not having a reversal can sometimes set you free, right? Well, I can't reversal, so I guess I'll just try to block more, but ultimately that stagger pressure did take it for Nezu.
Okay, here we go. Nezu up 2-1. Only needs one more game to get into this grand finals.
Okay, burst from Monarch. That overhead.
Seeing it again. Monarch likes to use that burst early. Burst early, burst often. That's the guilty gear way. See?
Yeah.
No clone. Just hit it with the 5B. No problem.
Okay, committed there, but
that's unfortunate. Even though it's a drive attack, even though you got the shadow clone, it's still getting slowed by the well.
okay, nice.
Anti-air DP.
Ooh, baited it out. And he's on the ground for that counter too, right? Big damage here.
Set up the mixer. Bar available for Nezu is not going to be able to spend it this round now. Monarch building 50 meter. This should be it with the distortion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really
Monarch.
solid there, yeah.
I mean, not that there was any doubt, but showing plenty signs of life here.
Okay, goes for the low crush that looks like. Uh-oh, with the throw, yeah. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, when that counter hits on the ground.
Just baiting there.
Oh, get out of there. Oh
Whoa.
my gosh.
So anime.
Look, they're flying everywhere.
Whoa.
Fatal, here
Yeah.
we go. Followed it and found the big counter hit here, so this is going to do a lot of damage.
Gutsy move from Nezu, but it paid off.
Oh, the 2B not catching the roll there.
Again!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, paying dividends here. Now that they put it into Monarch's head that, oh yeah, it's working, but...
Yeah, went for the reset there, doesn't find it.
RC went for the, trying to bait out a burst there maybe.
Yeah, active flow gone for Nezu, so burst doesn't feel too bad here if he wants to keep the 100 meter.
Okay, counter assault. Okay, throw.
Oh,
This
finds
is
him
burst
in the
safe.
air.
Unless he goes for the air dash.
Oh, there.
I mean, you can just go for a full sword combo there, right? But it might not have killed, so that's partly why Monarch had gone
Yeah,
for it.
and I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. That's the other thing. When you're around up, you have to spend the burst.
Yeah.
All right, here in 2-2 super close winners finals here, going blow for blow, Nezu and Monarch.
Yeah, I like that. But, Nezu was able to win the first one, and maybe that extra little head start will come into play here, right?
Yep, all right, hydrating up. Taking a moment here. This is going to be the final game, one way or another.
Okay, winners finals. Winner will move on to grand finals, where they'll await the winner of losers finals. And they'll have a decided advantage because the person sitting on the winner's side of grand finals has 2 sets to lose for the tournament. So you want to win here and get that advantage. Both characters coming from the top.
And yeah, in anime, we're letting the intros rock. Never mind.
Just a little bit of it.
Just enough to see the descent. Okay, clone right in. Nezu with a super aggressive start here.
And Monarch right now playing pretty passively. Again, we've seen Monarch willing to block out. Air throws it! You
Nice. Almost never want to jump against that because the threat of the Azuna is so big, but Monarch, no fear. I'm tossing you.
Yeah, if with no meter, right? Maybe you just like, you know what? I'll look stupid, but at least I won't die. If I'm wrong. Cross a block.
Oh!
Yeah, tried to go for a throw there, missed the input.
It's such an important set. Monarch defending the winner title from last Frosty's. Nezu, who traveled across the entire globe to be here at Frosty's. Projectile invul through. Nezu is not stopping it.
Again? Yeah.
Didn't follow it. Doesn't get punished.
Again,
no!
no!
Too predictable, Nezu. Monarch waiting like a villain for that clone.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain position, like momentum-wise, you feel like you're just guessing against the projectile, right? Monarch didn't fire, so able to just punish it.
And that's, as a Hibiki player, that's where you don't want to get. You want to be using your air dash. You want to be using your movement. When you're relying on that 3D, not happy.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to become one note, right?
Yeah.
You have to keep Monarch guessing in this situation.
Oh, tech there. And the air dash afterwards to get out of the corner there from Nezu. Looking very difficult here. Lively tries to go in, burst out.
Yeah,
Nezu's got one hope.
Yeah,
Stall there.
Starting to press a little bit, but the aggression is starting to pay off a little.
I like it. Can jump cancel that move, even if it whiffs. Oh my gosh!
But didn't believe in it.
Yeah, oh my, that was a huge counter hit. You have to burst that. Both players, no burst bar available. Oh, this match was looking all Monarch, but Nezu now, bar available.
Yeah, the aggression is really paying off.
Has to bait the counter assault, goes overhead, but how does Monarch block those? This man is inhuman. Throw tech, just run right in. You thought I was jumping, no, I'm running.
Yeah, great presence of mind there. Now we've got final game, final match. Winner of this is going to go to grand finals, Nezu or Monarch.
Oh my gosh. And both of these players burst, not coming back for a while, so this damage is going to stick here for Nezu.
Okay.
Oh, unless you drop it like that.
Monarch went for an overhead now, forced to block it because of that frame disadvantage.
Okay, oh my, not even mashing on the minus, was scared of the DP there.
Stagger pressure, throw tech.
As long as Hibiki is able to stay in 5A range there, he's happy. The cross-up, we're breaking out this nasty stuff here.
Yeah, didn't respect the wheel. Now he's in the corner. Overhead off the screen. Dirty stuff.
Oh, an active flow here for Monarch. Can go into Super EA if he needs to.
Oh my goodness. That, from
you have to burst. Yeah, you have to burst soon. If Monarch activated overdrive there, Nezu was going to get locked out. Double cross up.
Burst from Monarch. Gonna super here.
Have to hold this.
Oh, the
my
bait!
gosh! The huge bait here for Monarch is going to take it and go on to grand finals.
My
Nezu
goodness.
defeated.
Giga brain bait right there. No,
And I love seeing players smile with their eyes. Like, you can tell Nezu's like, oh my god.
Oh,
he's so
you got
happy.
me.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
got me. That was such a Giga Brain read because Monarch, up until that point, hadn't baited like that. Hard bait on the counter assault. Knew it was coming. Baited it out raw like that. And, you know, that's one of like the biggest punishes you can get on a counter assault, right? Just, you know, when you get hit by it, you're staggered on the ground for like 10 billion years and just full combo, right, for the win.
Yeah. Man, those players were adapting to each other so well. One of the biggest situations for me was Nezu going for the 2-1-4C, which is -4 unless you IB it. And, you know, take your turn back. But Nezu had shown the DP in it before, so Monarch just let it fly. And Nezu was completely content to just keep running pressure off of it.
And yeah, you know what else is going to be running pressure? These ads. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, and we're back. Frosty Faustings 15 with blazblue, top 8. And we're all the way down to top 4 players already at this point. If you're just tuning in right now, Monarch had just sent Nezu to lose in a very, very close set. And of course, waiting winner semis is J-Anson versus Elyon, a rematch from before.
That's right, and both J-Anson and Nezu trying to go back to Grand Finals, want to get that run back on Monarch. We'll see Elyon standing in the way of J-Anson here at the start.
Yeah, the first time they met, you know, really dominant play from J-Anson, right? Pretty much controlled the pace of the match. Didn't really let Elyon play the game too much, but maybe it was reflected on that. Maybe able to make some adjustments here.
We'll see. Sticking with the Jubei is not giving the Hibiki a chance.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad choice at all. I think that for the most part the mobility is really good, right? Unfortunately, Jubei doesn't have the best anti-air against Hazama, but you can just use mobility to anti-air instead, right?
Yeah.
Just use that speed of the character. Just don't be there, or just meet him when he's landing. That's one way you can do it. And of course, Hazama doesn't have a natural reversal, so the instant overhead could put in a lot of work here, right?
Can't stop that pressure. And we saw before Elyon just getting completely shut out. I was talking before how Jubei just loves to get that install super, wants to get rid of his current drive, wants to get the good one, but was just not able to make it happen. Couldn't find the meter and couldn't even find pressure to hit the activation with.
Oh, gets tagged on the ground already.
Not looking great for Elyon to start off. Wants to get a big hit and just establish this momentum.
Okay, just avoiding the ball right there, but
oh my gosh, chain right through. Elyon doesn't want to deal with that at all. Immediate burst.
Nice.
Block this mix-up. Oh.
Okay, use the EA, gonna have active flow here. So when you end with this move, the EA, it really gives you a lot of advantage. You're gonna get your burst back a lot faster.
Yeah, you pretty much get to 7 guaranteed.
But big combo from Elyon here. Respected the ball, but just got hit.
Oh, all right, pretty good life lead here for Elyon. He just needs to find one more hit. Burst available, of course. Instant overhead, bursted immediately.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, activate.
Yeah, using that drive there. Yeah, just to close it up, right? Good confirm. And as you saw right there, like, you know, Hazama doesn't have the easiest timing against that instant overhead. You know, with no natural reversal, pretty much burst is one of the only guaranteed ways out.
Oh my gosh, and Elyon drawing first blood in rounds and now in hits here.
Yeah, that speed was really good. Using that speed to really meet Hazama.
Oh my, how did that?
You know what? I don't question it.
Jubei drive trading in Jubei's favor there. Toss him.
Yeah, you know, fake the cross center right in the throw, right? Really overloading someone's mental stack. Okay.
Oh, right into the hairball there. So good from Elyon. Just playing out of their mind right now.
That burst is back.
Oh
it's baited.
My gosh, and baited from Elyon.
Yeah, at that point of the combo too, you're just waiting, right, for the combo to finish. And so, you know, I know J-Anson has to burst this, so I'm just gonna wait. Great awareness from Elyon to block it, and you know, going up 1-0 already. And as you noticed, this is losers semifinals, not losers finals. So this is still 2 out of 3.
Yes, and Elyon with so much momentum here only needs to take one more game over J-Anson.
Yeah, this is where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
Really good position.
And on the run back as well, after getting almost shut out the first game these two played, Elyon did some soul searching, found something out, talked to the right person in the crowd.
He just got warmed up.
Yeah.
Get some confidence. Nice anti-air.
Found the one guy who was like, I know J-Anson's free, you just got to do this cross under.
Yeah, the real cross under. That's the first time he's represented this time. I mean, if you fight against Jubei enough.
Oh, roll catch there.
Nice roll catch. Just so solid. Oh, okay.
Oh, mashing on the cross under there. J-Anson has had enough charge, so that was going to be full combo for first half.
Oh, wow. Met the landing recovery. So good.
The farthest drive.
Uh-oh.
Went for like a reset there. Perhaps a drop. Oh, going the wrong direction there, Jubei.
Wow.
No, he was mashing.
There's going to be a lot of damage. So we haven't talked about it before, but that little green barrier, while you're inside of it, you drain your opponent's health. It's really helpful.
So J-Anson's going to get a little bit of health back here. Built the bar there with the Hungry Coils. Super available.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Yeah, just enough.
And all of that off of that one overdrive situation.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about when we say, you know, CF can be pretty swingy, and once you get momentum, you can just run people over.
Oh, nice anti-air, but I'm confirmed. It's such a weird situation. Tries to call it the backdash, but it's so fast.
When both players just using their drives to try and hit each other's drives, trying to use that Jubei teleport to hit the chain, the chain's mobility to get around it. Dash right under the chain, Jubei being a smaller character coming in clutch there.
Locking J-Anson down in the corner here. Nice throw, but they got tagged
there.
I rarely see that option. Another overdrive.
What a situation,
Whoa.
trying to stay out of the
Wow.
Hazama.
What a confirm!
Beat cleanly. That was absurd from J-Anson.
Low. Okay. Elyon fires back. Okay. Wow, got the hit from off screen.
Oh.
Okay. Nice air dash from Elyon. Gonna lock J-Anson in the corner here. Yeah.
Not a lot of meter though. Can't get into that activation super.
Instant overhead? No. That's when air dash picks up.
Oh, counter assault here for J-Anson.
Whoa! Wow!
Missed the air throw, and Elyon winning that scramble cleanly here.
Good damage, but he drops it.
Oh no! Tech into the button there, and Elyon gonna lose that. Tied up now 1-1 for J-Anson.
Yeah, that like drop kick is putting a lot of work in this matchup, it feels like. That it's gotten quite a few hits that you wouldn't have expected, and I think that's something that you know, going from like pretty dire looking situation all the way to 1-1. Now, you know, J-Anson and Elyon are one game away from being out of this tournament.
That's right. Such high stakes here. Top 4. Gosh, you go on to finals after this, get those long sets. You finally get to be like, okay, I can lose 2 games without getting sent out.
Okay, throw this back. Well, again, that drop kick is representing space that you wouldn't have expected, I think.
Oh. From both players, very early burst here, so all of this damage is going to be sticking. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, install to keep the pressure going.
That was some great barrier from J-Anson there to keep Elyon out.
Wow!
Oh my God!
I'll hit something. He's in here somewhere.
Oh, overhead.
Down.
Chicken blocked. And oh my.
Yeah.
Got under that. What? Where was that invul coming from? So good for Elyon.
Wow. Wow! This is a big confirm here. The guts to confirm like this. So much damage.
Oh my gosh. Built the bar, but no knockdown. But Elyon's just using movement tech here to stay unpredictable.
The ball's out of here. Just bounces, just see ya.
Oh, super jump, super jump, super jump. Oh, and went under,
yeah.
but
Second situation that he's won like this.
Oh my gosh!
Again!
So good! It's putting in so much work in this set.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's hit like every time, so it's working pretty well.
Deep dash there, and J-Anson putting out no button to stop it. Oh! Knew that Elyon wanted to run under the chain there, just putting out the biggest 3C there.
Yeah, and I'll counter hit, that's a big confirm. Okay. Combo for Elyon here. Okay.
Fake the cross under.
Yeah, try to disrespect it. Overdrive.
Oh.
Yeah, force to block this because, you know, that is not advantage in that situation. More pressure, install, gonna keep it going.
And, oh my God, 2 minutes.
Wow,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I think you've gone on long enough, sir.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's putting in so much work this match.
Yeah, because I think Elyon is really trying to match the timing with, you know, and just come in and beat the timing. Right? But J-Anson changing the timing with that and able to get score a lot of hits.
Oh, hungry coils, fatal counter.
Yeah, big damage. Tries to reset.
Okay, stuck in the corner here, can't.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Elyon, and this is it. J-Anson is continuing here onto the bracket. Losers finals coming up.
Yeah, got it with that old school reset, right? He's the behind chain just for tick command throw. J-Anson's gonna move on. And now, unfortunately for them, it's going to be, you know, a nationality match, right? A team potential. Some would call it a team kill, but it's going to be J-Anson versus Nezu. Both players from Japan still remaining, challenging each other for the right to fight Monarch again.
That's right. They're like, I came all the way over here to win the tournament, not you. Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, and they're right that like, it came back from 1-0, right? So.
All right. Here we go. True, letting the intros rock. Let's get hype. BBCF Losers Finals. Japan is facing off against itself. The size of California, but I'm an American. I'm reducing you to just each other.
Here we go. Nice challenge there from Nezu.
Yeah, goes for the crouch confirm here. Going to get a little bit of extra damage and corner carry for it.
Okay, no tech.
Oh my god, so many blue beats here. J-Anson is not messing with the resets. Can't combo off a burst in this game, but does pitiful damage, only doing 151.
All right, another good jump in from Nezu here. Just staying solid, right? Just playing to Hibiki's strengths. Overall, just placing those normals in the right spot. What's going to be the knockdown situation here? Just Susanoo drop ender.
Using that ender. Oh my gosh, double overhead on the delayed air dash.
Yeah, I love the delayed air dash because you expect Hibiki to go for a safe jump here, right? So you expect to block it. When the timing gets thrown off, you know, you can get mixed up by that. Counter assault. J-Anson coming in.
Here we go. Oh my, what side am I even on?
I like that idea because I thought that maybe he faked the command throw there, right? But Nezu didn't buy that. Maybe he should have just gone for it. Yeah.
Here we go. Loving that dive kick still. It's still from the Elyon set.
Okay, purple throw.
Easy tech there for Nezu.
Ran right into that.
Oh. Nice mobility there and catches the backdash with the shadow clone.
Just a little bit too far. Again, that Hibiki normal just so huge.
Oh, jump cancel even on whip.
Overdrive through it.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much damage.
Oh my god. That cross-up is like, if they have overdrive, you are risking your life. Yeah. Hibiki players, be careful. Do not become a statistic.
See, look at that. On the screen it says 5,000, but he got extra damage there from his overdrive too, the drain.
Yeah, and a little bit of health back. Probably won't be a big factor, but oh my gosh. Nezu with absolute positioning here, tries to go for the reset.
Not biting on a J-Anson.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Cute. Oh, but he got tagged. Will he burst? He can't
Dashes
anymore.
out, overdrive, burst locked. You see it in that corner, red X over it. You cannot use that to burst. And Nezu, 1-0 here, 2-0 in rounds. J-Anson not getting room to breathe here.
That was a situation where you want to just burst right away, right? Because burst beats overdrive. Overdrive is not invincible to burst. It's invincible to a lot of things, but not burst specifically. So that was a situation where you kind of left it out there.
You gotta spend it soon. And that's the thing, is they're like, okay, if they don't kill me, I'd want the overdrive back. 8 seconds, easy to make a comeback with it, but in those situations, you gotta spend it right away, because the second that overdrive hits and you're locked out, it's GG.
Very nice use of the chain there to beat the anti-air.
Chase him down. Okay, yeah, and I don't know, that could be the situation where Hibiki's hurtbox is making that combo drop.
Yeah, it could be. He's a small boy.
Yep. Just a tiny little guy and stuffed in a locker. This corner here has to try and get out.
Okay. Tried to, like, you know, change sides, but ended up getting counter hit.
And these are the kind of bursts that you like to see. You're improving your positioning with it. Nezu takes the corner here by bursting like that.
Okay, full combo. He's in the drop ender.
Okay. Goes for the low.
Yeah, didn't work out, but reversal right away.
Oh, interesting situation there. Tried to go for the air throw.
Wow. Again.
Oh, big counter hit. This should be... Oh, no. That should have been the round for J-Anson, but the drop.
Any one hit will kill now.
We're chaining in. Oh my god, the 2D.
Ooh.
Yes, counter assault right out of there.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my gosh, you're mashing.
Yeah, because counter assault doesn't have that much advantage. So, you know, do quick rise like that. We can get to your feet as fast as possible with no animation. One way to really catch a opponent off guard, as you saw with James. Goes low.
Reset there with the low. This is going to be a nice little bit of damage for Nezu.
Okay.
Oh, went for the reset there.
Yeah. Again with the
Oh
cross
my
up.
gosh. And J-Anson had overdrive again. Nezu just will not stop.
Yeah.
No fear in this man's heart.
He maybe just missed the timing, and that's what you talked about a lot earlier, where, you know, you try to overdrive recently, but you're just too late. You end up with a burst.
Yeah, you get hit, and man, oh my, and you're so disappointed to see that 0 instead of a 3. You're also missing out on like a 5k damage combo.
He's gonna drop in the corner. One mix up to kill it.
Oh, the roll out.
Yeah, he got caught.
And great stuff there for Nezu, tying that round up. And a bit of an overdrive advantage here because of that burst from J-Anson. Nezu's going to get his back right away.
Ooh.
That's right in cross under, but went for the
Wow!
mid instead of the low. Oh.
What an anti-air. It goes past it, unfortunately.
Oh my, couldn't correct what side they were on because they didn't super jump or air dash.
Okay. Ooh, just got tagged on the stagger there.
Nice little confirm here. That's something I love about Nezu. Uses the blue beats because they know people don't want to tag against Hibiki. Just gets to attack on that extra damage for free.
Yeah, big combo here. One more mix-up.
Bar to spend. You can do whatever you want. Even air throw. Goes to the super to keep it overdrive safe.
Yeah,
Sorry,
can't burst that
there.
at all. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And Nezu's so dominant here.
Yeah, up 2-0.
Okay, here we go. J-Anson has to dig deep here. What did you come here to do? To get 3-0'd by Nezu or change fate? Here we go.
I like, for the most part, you know, it's been pretty even back and forth, but Nezu has just gotten to those, you know, really advantageous situations and just been able to close it out much quicker.
Okay, here we go. Letting the intros rock in what is potentially the last game these two here will play in top 8.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel
Alright.
1.
Here we go. The crowd is tense. They're glued to their seats. No one's cheering. No one's clapping. Here we go.
Go. Backs off.
My gosh, just holding that stance. Chilling like a villain here. J-Anson, the menace of the tournament, the menace of the venue. Everyone has been talking about how good this guy is. Hit the negative warning, though.
Yeah, if you back up too much in this game, you do lose your barrier. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. But J-Anson does get caught here.
Okay, oh my god, whoa! So heads up from both players, the mobility, the chain up.
Okay, air to air. Wow, confident.
Great
for the
5A there.
throw.
The crowd's gonna love that. Tries to go for the purple throw reset. Those do so much damage, but Nezu ready for the tech. Chasing with the clone.
Now has Nezu in the corner.
Yeah, this is super good. The positioning there. J-Anson gets to take the corner here. Run up 60. That is Hibiki's best starter. If that connects, he does so much damage.
Overdrive.
Oh, through the 5B, but nothing.
Yeah, tried to throw there.
Oh my god. And Nezu going for the reset while J-Anson was still in overdrive.
Wow.
You players are crazy.
What a
Oh
trade.
my gosh.
So much going on there.
I gotta break that down to you, right? Nezu can finish the combo, even cash out for suboptimal damage just to take that overdrive away. But Nezu said, no, I'm risking this. I'm gonna try and reset you.
Yeah, J-Anson managed to capitalize on that.
Nezu
Air throw.
Oh my, yeah, just jump right out. You don't have to hold that mix up.
Ooh, goes low.
J-Anson stuck here. No burst.
Yeah, he's got to hold this mix-up, whatever it may be.
You got a round to play with that, but that's not top 8 material. You want to win this round.
It's another hit. Meter to spare here, but probably going to hold it. Wow.
Oh.
What? Okay, got in a flinch, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'm just going to rapid cancel for no reason. You're going to flinch.
All right, here we go. Potential game point here for Nezu. Overdrive pretty much even here. Oh!
Bait, maybe?
Either a burst bait or waiting for attack. Nezu is not letting up. This man is playing with his heart on his sleeve. Here we go.
Oh, wow, the delayed air dash. This is really rough because if this combo finishes, you know, J-Anson's one combo from death.
Yep, and this could be a reset situation. Was going. Gosh.
Oh, yeah, he reset him. Because he didn't tech that. You know, once you don't tech for long enough, you get reset completely, right? So,
and
nice
this is
setup.
looking impossible for J-Anson. Has to find so many hits here. Going over, and the air-to-air there from Nezu, ending it with a perfect against J-Anson. Absolute dominance here from this man.
Yeah, J-Anson right there made a critical mistake at the very end too. Probably just starting to press, right? Like, it's just really hard because you're so far behind. Just gotta make something happen. Goes for that air chain, but had no follow-up there, right? Just did it. So he's just a sitting duck with no follow-up there. So, you know, J-Anson just played really well, but, you know, Nezu just played so much better in that situation. Just not letting up at pressure at all, right?
That's right. Nezu, and not stopping the reset train, the extra damage off the blue B train for a moment. Is always looking for those extra advantages.
I like that setup, right? Because you saw J-Anson wasn't teching at all, but if you don't tech for so long, eventually the combo timer will truly reset, right? So at that situation, Nezu had set it up quite perfectly, forced the burst. So yeah, really good from that.
And that's and if Nezu can establish that against Monarch as well, it's gonna be super important because that's full damage if they just sit there.
Yeah.
You get your 2B starter in the corner, full damage. That's like 3.5k or something.
Yeah, and that's one reason that's like scary because you're in a situation you don't want to hold the button down because if you get air reset, you know, Hibiki can just kill you with the Izuna drop in situation, right? So. Just a tough, you know, one of his strong things. Nezu with a little peace sign.
Yes.
Letting everyone know world peace, right?
Really playing for the camera here. Nezu, heart on his sleeve, and Monarch getting set up, chilling like a villain here in Grand Finals. These players have already had an excellent set together, and we're going to get even more games between these two.
So I really like, you know, it was a really close game, right? But this time, specifically, you know, Monarch's going to be able to start with... is going to be able to start with Lambda instead, right? And that may be a big difference here because, you know, they had kind of lost a game to playing S when it wasn't quite the matchup that they were going for.
Yeah.
And because of that, you know, this time we can skip right to Lambda. And maybe that would be like an additional advantage for Monarch in this situation.
That's right. My gosh. And we said before about finals, the loser is usually coming in a little bit hotter. And I mean, especially with Nezu, almost did like a victory lap against J-Anson there. That was so dominant. 3-0.
There's a situation they call like better than a bye, right? Sometimes it's like, sometimes when you get a bye, like you win, right? It's free win because the guy didn't show up. But better than a bye is where you get warmed up. You play really good. You practice all the stuff you want to do. And then, yeah, better than a bye sometimes, right? So that could be the situation here. It's going to be 3 out of 5.
I had a stream match this weekend where someone was like, I got 2 buys. I'm completely cold. This is going to be really messy. And it was. I mean, I still got destroyed, but I got accidentally reset like 5 times. Stuff. And we got the intentional resets here coming out from Nezu. Wants to reset Monarch and reset this Grand Finals.
Exactly. So as we mentioned before, in a double elimination tournament, which Frosty Faustings is, the person who has the advantage, who won all the way through without losing, is in winner's side of Grand Finals. So the person coming from the loser side of the bracket has to win 2 3 out of 5 sets to win the tournament, whereas the person from winners only has to win 1. You might think it's unfair, but that's the advantage of just being undefeated till now, right?
That's right. Double elimination means you only get eliminated when you lose twice, and the consequence of that is that Nezu might have to beat Monarch 6 times here.
Yeah, and as you saw earlier, it's a tough task because Monarch, he just, his defense allows him a lot of time to kind of adapt his opponents, right? So winning 6 games against him is very difficult.
That's right. And I mean, when it goes the distance, that's a potential 10-game set. This gets very exhausting and mentally taxing. There's so much stuff you have to pay attention to. Nezu already getting started with the stagger pressure here, but again, the only thing you really have to look for is the grab.
Okay, nice anti there, locking Nezu in place.
Waiting for the well to go away. Good overhead catch there.
Yeah, as soon as Nezu goes to the back of the screen, Monarch has noticed that he hasn't been able to really handle the off-screen overhead so well, so Good awareness there.
Yep, and
Wow.
gravity works if you're in the air, you're on the ground. So even when Nezu tries to jump in and air dash over that gravity well, he's still getting slowed.
Okay. Counter assault, Monarch willing to make this take longer.
Doesn't want to deal with the stagger pressure and gave up a lot of meter for that. Showing that standing overhead here.
Good defense. Monarch
Oh my
willing
god.
to wait.
So content.
Yeah.
What is Hibiki to do? 5 A's, tech it right away.
Yeah.
You have no offense. Monarch is so confident here.
That's what's so strong and really demoralizing about fighting him too. His defense is just so good. And he does have negative penalties, so he doesn't have barriers. So a crush trigger is undefendable. But wow!
Oh my gosh, what a bait there from Monarch.
The momentum burst, right? You mentioned before, it's good to burst your opponent into the corner, right? But Monarch was ready already. I know you want this momentum, but I'm just not going to let you have it.
Look, cold comfort
Oh
here
my
from
goodness.
Nezu. At least gets active flow, gets a lot of that overdrive back.
Yeah, and, you know, Monarch can just close it out here, right? 3 seconds. There's no way to do enough damage to win.
Yeah, oh, eventually, yeah, finds the timer scam. Kind of unheard of. Like, that just goes to show how much Monarch was defending, right? These
Yeah.
anime games almost never go to time. These end in like 70 seconds on the timer. So you almost never get close enough to a timeout.
That's the thing, though. Like, because Monarch's willing to wait, just watch what kind of options you're going to use on offense. You can use that as data against you, right? And also, you know, he's attacking the timer because he got the lead. Again with that low. That, you know, that long sweep low is, you know, paid a lot of dividends for Monarch in this set.
That's right. Oh,
Take the
big
overhead.
whip on the overhead there.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, gets under.
went from the air to air here. Working on a perfect for Monarch.
Yeah. It's like the slowest perfect I've ever seen. You know, just really locking him down. But
Oh my
Nezu finding a hit.
This is where it starts. Double overhead and stagger pressure.
Ooh.
Oh my, okay, there we go. Finding the OS there. If you're OSing for the tech and the barrier and someone throws you in block stun, you're going to get TRN.
Okay. Goes low. Throw gets broken.
Showing more throws here.
Whoa.
Monarch, oh my gosh, no
Wow.
cancel there. And all the meter, Nezu is going to pay for this dearly.
I think Nezu was trying to get away with, see if Monarch would even react, right? So maybe he's like, maybe Monarch would just let me DP here, right? Because that does happen when I know you're going to cancel, so I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to punish, right? So then that was a situation where, you know, Nezu tried to be a little cute, but honestly with so much meter, maybe just go for it instead, right?
Yeah, I do know if you delay the rapid cancel, Hibiki ends on the ground instead of the air. So instead of going for the fast overhead, you can go for the low instead. But man, such a big call out if Nezu was waiting for the no punish.
Yeah.
I mean, Hibiki stands there for so long. He does a twirl, he recomposes himself, he really just stands back up after that DP.
Another combo from Monarch, very strong start here. It goes low. The wheel had whipped, so maybe Nezu didn't understand the timing there.
And Nezu's got to make something happen here.
Haven't seen that option yet. Goes for Crush Trigger, Nezu defends very well.
Block there. Oh, see, purple throw again, but no OS this time from Monarch to
Yeah.
just tech right out with that extra time.
That's the mix-up, goes low.
Nice block there by Nezu.
Ooh.
This is going to be it, though. First round going to Monarch.
Yeah, you really like to see that momentum shift, right? Spend meter to, you know, press the advantage, but then when it doesn't work out, just back up and force Nezu to hang himself again.
Man, Monarch looking so dominant here. Nezu trying to use this run speed, get in.
Ooh.
Nice. Backing away there. Monarch expecting them to go in with that air grab, but Monarch, or sorry, Nezu just
Ooh.
retreating.
Good usage of that jump level there. Catches Monarch on the ground.
Could be a good corner situation.
Going for a reset. Nope, gonna go for the ender here.
And again, so much of this is like, okay, great corner positioning from Nezu, great stuff, but how are you opening up Monarch? What is your plan?
Oh my goodness, just got away with it.
Okay, here we go. Still stuck in block, but no hit connected. How does Monarch do it?
Yeah, just that ended up with a free 50 meter there, right? And then
Inhuman, go cross up.
Yeah, forcing Nezu to burst.
Yeah, and losing that active flow when you burst, so Nezu will not have that bonus damage from active flow.
It's pretty crazy too because you notice that, oh well, he got the caught here, but oftentimes, you know, Monarch is forcing Nezu to press, right? And it's really paying a lot of damage because just successfully defending has just been so much, you know, resource differential.
Going low, overhead, double overhead, doesn't matter. Even if you go into the grab, Monarch's still defending.
Nice jump out. Likely a fuzzy jump there, really smart. Wow!
Oh my god!
Baited that throw out.
Dashing out, meter available, OD available.
That should be it.
Goodbye, Nezu, and Monarch up 2-0 now.
Love that read on that throw right there. So one thing that can happen is that if you're doing the option select, for example, your throw might come out the wrong way. The other thing that can happen too is that throws in general, you have a bigger TRM window, for example. Because if you whip a throw and someone throws you, oftentimes you break the throw. Because throws, because you didn't option select, you get more of a leeway there. So some people try to tech with throw. In that situation, I don't know if he was just trying to throw or his throw got crossed up, but either way, Monarch with a big combo to finish it.
One of the option selects in a lot of anime games is you have your faultless defense or your barrier, and that's done by pressing 2 buttons and backwards. And if someone goes behind you while you're pressing that, you get a button instead. So you can shut down a lot of those cross-up mix-ups by just mashing your barrier button.
Early burst from both players here.
Yup. Already off the table. No overdrive available to get out of pressure. No guard cancel. Nice block on the overhead there by Nezu.
Okay. Willing to back off here.
That shadow clone get right in. Oh my.
Wow.
And here we go, bringing out the weird stuff. Again, that mix up there with the high-low off the 2 shadow clones is not especially good. But just has to use whatever he has to try and open up Monarch right now.
Okay, counter assault.
Oh,
yeah.
Projectile killing one of the clones there, so it was very obvious which one Nezu was.
Spiketation not able to get over it. Now in the corner, again, that low. Taking a ton of dividends here. Nezu just trying to keep maybe getting antsy, just getting caught trying to jump or something. Overhead
Nice
block.
On the overhead and a great mash there from Nezu on the...
Wow!
Oh my gosh.
That's super delayed cross-up, right? Got plenty of meter here.
Hope is in the building for Nezu.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
going low off of it. But Monarch, all right, just do everything. All right, overhead isn't working, try the low. Low isn't working, all right, I'm throwing.
Nice. Went to the 3rd layer. I like that, though. Managed to actually catch Monarch off guard there. Throw.
Boom, getting tossed.
Gonna keep it mid-screen-ish here. Just kidding, it's in the corner.
This is
Off-screen.
Monarch's favorite knockdown. Gravity well set up, so Nezu has almost no way of escaping this corner.
Yeah, that air hit. Another great confirm from Monarch.
Dashing in, taking this pressure.
Yeah, locked down here, right? That spike chase is just so high. It's so hard to jump over it.
Good tech there by Nezu and immediately shadow cloning out there. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, the deepest run into the cross-up overhead. Clone getting sniped here by the projectile.
Okay, going for that projectile missile move. Okay, nice. Managed to catch Monarch low this time. Can Nezu make a comeback here to seal this round and this game?
Has the resources available. Oh, but didn't delay that throw enough. It was purple.
Ooh. Yeah, well spaced 3C there from Monarch counter hit. And this is, burst safe, right? Because you're across the screen just shooting swords.
Yeah.
Nezu will have to burst and that would just not work. So, final round.
Here we go, and this is potentially it for Frosty Faustings. Monarch is trying to take back the crown, win CF one more time.
Wow, what a decision there by Nezu. Not sure what he was going for, but got punished for it.
Yeah, again, that mix-up is a last resort here for Nezu. Doesn't want to use it, but just has to find hits somehow. Has to give Monarch more things to think about.
Monarch's being very aggressive here with the cross-ups. Nezu managed to hit, though.
Yeah, great run there by Nezu.
Good block.
Blocks it. Fatal is going to get denied by the burst.
And you notice Nezu has very little barrier now.
Oh, but
he
doesn't
didn't
follow
believe.
it.
Yeah, he didn't believe.
Yeah, you have to decide before the shadow clone comes out which one is real and which one is fake. Here we go, Monarch. In the driver's seat here, has everything they could possibly want.
Oh.
Clone stuff.
Baited a burst. He did not pull the trigger there. Another hit.
And this is, oh my, almost there. One more hit situation. Doesn't have the bar to finish it. Nezu, how are you going to go out?
So much tension here.
Great low crush. Goes low off of it. Oh my gosh. Staggers in. This is so scary. If Monarch ever started mashing there, it was going to be all over.
The thing is, there's only 20 seconds left. Monarch could literally block for 20 seconds here.
And what a way.
Okay.
Oh, pushing it in. And the DP baited. And just like that, Monarch taking a sigh of relief after defeating the nemesis of Winners Finals. Oh
honestly, just a dominant finish too, right? I think that, honestly, you know, Monarch probably benefited more than Nezu did from their set. He was just so clean there.
Yeah.
Had such a good read on what Nezu's options were there. You know, Nezu just, there's so little time left, and like, he really had to do something, right? So, you know, Monarch sniffed it out just as he always has in this set. So, another dominating performance from Monarch. You know, just his defense, his setups, everything's just so clean, right? So, again, Monarch.
Yeah, found the confidence. I can block everything. I would totally believe if Monarch was not afraid at any point that game. Playing on the line, super stressful, and Monarch just chill throughout it.
Yeah, just so good Monarch is. And he is your Frosty Faustings 15 champion.
That's right.
He's just, you know, another dominating performance, honestly. Like, we thought, you know, Nezu from their first set, it felt like it was pretty even, but the last set, on the other hand, you know, Monarch really just dominated, right? So
I was totally prepared for that grand finals to go the distance.
Right.
I thought there was going to be a complete slugfest. It was going to be just like Winners Finals. But Monarch just completely figured it out.
Yeah, you know, he's just such a good player. You know, not just the defense, but adaptation too, right? Reading the opponent's tendencies. You know, you think of Lambda as like a long-range character, but oftentimes really winning out in those close-range situations as well, right? Like defeating it in spacing with those like 3Cs, 2Bs, just on the ground, just so good, honestly.
Fantastic stuff there. We're going to be going to the top 8 ceremony in a second here. They're going to be presented. Monarch getting the second trophy. I mean, I don't know, maybe not the second, but to put next to the one from last year. Once again, the Frosty Faustings champion in BlazBlue Central Fiction.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's probably got a whole trophy rack at this point.
I mean,
BlazBlue, right?
Monarch cannot stop winning.
I know, he's just so good and so dominant. And you know, again, you know, it's true to form. He's always exciting to watch because, you know, his defense is just, you know, not many people can replicate that at all, right? So, unique style, but very strong player.
And of course, big narrative with Monarch, kind of new 11, not a super talked about character, not someone who people were like really looking for, and Monarch just completely broke through, was like, hey, you got to be paying attention to this character, you got to learn this matchup.
Yeah, and you know, I think Monarch's confidence with the character just, you know, it says a lot too, right? You know, you play a matchup where S, you know, a lot of people say S is really good against Hibiki, right? But Monarch willing to go with Lambda, and obviously when I watched that set, the way Monarch just played it out, he had to defend a lot, right? And that's an uncomfortable amount of defense for a lot of players. Where it's like, well, my only option is to block. Well, I don't want to do this. But, you know, in that situation, you know, Monarch just, you know, just staying true to the system mechanics, you know, showing that everyone could just defend themselves and, you know, just win out that way, right? So, you know, again, you know, rarely replicatable, something that Monarch is just, you know, put his footprint on the on BlazBlue Central Fiction with just his immaculate defense, just, you know, and just overall being a good player in terms of adaptation, setups, combos, you name it, right?
You got it, yeah. And I mean, something that impresses me with BlazBlue characters all the time is they put so many mix-ups in this game that are supposed to be unreactable. There's like 5 different things on the screen you have to pay attention to. How is anyone going to block this? And they block it every time.
Right. I mean,
people get so consistent. They've seen it so much. They play this game. They love this game all the time that they've just seen everything. You're ready for it.
Yeah. Alrighty, and with that, you know, what we've seen before, we're going to do a top 8 ceremony now. We're going to present our winners with their medals and their trophies, so we'll catch you guys later.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out for BlazBlue Central Fiction at Frosty Faustings 15. I'm happy to introduce your top 8. In 7th, badlime. Tied for 7th, we have Justin. In 5th, Kyros. Tied for 5th place, we have Icecool. In 4th place, Elyon.
Okay.
In 3rd place, we have J-Anson. In second place, Nezu. And your Frosty Faustings 15 BlazBlue Central Fiction champion, Monarch.
And congratulations again to Monarch. If you love Air Dashers, stick around because we've got Plus R coming on after this.
All right, don't touch that dial. Stay tuned for Guilty Gear Icecool Plus R.